Mic test, mic test. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Buddy Bison stream. I hope we're all having a wonderful day today, because I most certainly am, because we are back with some more trails beyond the horizon. So, let me just yeet that up. There we go. Okay. Starting a bit early because I work from home today, but I figured I'd make up for the lack of long stream on Saturday, like I thought I was going to. In the off time, I have done some Grim Garden. I have gotten several achievements. I got MVP of Swin, Naughty, and Rufus, which was the only ones remaining because I already got it with Kevin. And while doing that, I got some additional stuff. So
That's the way it goes.
let's
The way it
collect
goes. Yeah,
all of
baby.
these.
Yeah, baby. That's the way it goes.
Okay, 100,000 damage dealt. That was a good one. Almost 200,000. Already got up to 150 in one.
That's the way it goes.
Nebulous
Yeah,
cannon
baby.
and that. Okay, so I have one more quick art element used. I feel like I haven't used either Space or Mirage. I've definitely used Mirage. But dual arts. Oh, only need one more field enemy for indomitability. Oh wow, 200,000. My lord. Inferno. Really, 113 ambushes. I could probably get that. It's more just I've been doing a lot more field combat than anything. 100 S-crafts popped. A lot of ways to get Sepith Mass, which is nice. Okay, and also what I haven't done was I didn't do the Orbman. So I can unlock Kevin's final thing, but I really am thinking that I should just swap my focus over to Rufus for usability, reliability kind of deal. Right? Because he has the move that lets him give CP to everyone else. So I want him to just perpetually have high CP. So that's what I'm going to do once I get some more time Sepith. But yeah, that's going to be the goal.
You may rely on me.
Because he already has...
That's a single element
we can get a good amount of wind on him with no real issue, thankfully.
That's a single element slot.
Yeah, like I can just put Evade 2 on him or something else. I could also probably get some more of those. The big thing is the Earth, which shouldn't be too bad.
Skills have been
Like I can
updated.
give him a Sealand boost 1, which is better than nothing. And then I'll probably have to be moving some other stuff. You know, I can... yeah, you know what, let's move that to that. Let's do this to that. Let's do... that to that. Okay, now he's at 8 out of 6 Earth, so that's good. So now he just needs 6 Wind, which, given that I want to get something like Scent and put it on him, I mean, it might be worth it to take it off one of them. Yeah, you know what? Reen doesn't need it. There we go. So now he's already at 8 Wind, so he only needs 4 more. And we already know that like a Strike 2 or a Evade 2 will get him what he needs in that regard. So he's all set. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a nice day today. Today was, I don't want to say a lazy day at work, but work from home is always nice because you can just take it a little bit lazier than you would otherwise. Don't have to commute and all that. Yeah, had a weird thing going on before the start of the stream today, where basically when I tried to start the game normally, right, just like hey, start it normally, it would crash. But when I started the game resuming from last save, so it just kind of went right into gameplay, it worked fine, and I was then able to go back out into the title, which I found odd. I'm glad that it worked, and I didn't have to reboot the entire computer, but it was weird. Sonim's whereabouts. Yeah, so we're doing the side quest right now. Oh, Swin, Nadia, is there something I can do for you? And, who are you? Just a few friends of ours. They're here helping us look into something. Speaking of which, we wanted to ask you a couple of questions. For a job of ours, yeah. Kind of like the ones that came from the suggestion box back at Aramis. I see. I'll try to help as much as I can then. Can't ignore a request from 2 of my underclassmen, after all. Thanks for being so understanding. Sinam? Well, yes, I know her. Ever since she started working at the bazaar, I've run into her nearly every time I've come back to Tharbad. So she's disappeared, has she? Thinking. It was pretty dark when I was out in the bazaar last night, so I can't say for certain, but I believe I saw someone who looked like her heading into the direction of the entertainment district. Alone. Just going there to gamble. Really? Yes, it was after the bazaar had closed for the day. I was just on my way home from the hammam. And Fazil said she didn't tell him she was going out so late too. I wonder if whatever she was heading to the entertainment district for is related to the thing she was being all hush-hush about. Well, considering she hasn't returned since, the possibility of her still being in a cultural district is next to zero. For the moment, we should focus on figuring out what she was doing in the entertainment district. Thanks, Arya. You've really helped us out today. Well, I'm glad to hear it. And if Sinam's in trouble, please help her for me. I'd really appreciate it. Don't worry, we've got this. We've got it. So, she went to the entertainment district last night. What's our next move? I doubt there's any more information to gather about her in the cultural district. Maybe we should find someone who sees a lot of people enter and leave the city? That should help narrow down whether or not she's still in Tharbad, at least. Yes. Perhaps we should visit the young man who manages the parking lot. I spoke with him a bit after leaving the rental in his care. He seemed awfully attentive to his surroundings. It's possible he may have noticed something related to our conundrum. Right. And even if he didn't see Sinam, he might still have something useful to share. That's settled. I said we'll speak with the parking lot manager. Parking lot manager. Okay, all those. Entertainment district.
Away we
And
go.
the parking lot is pretty... Oh yeah, I forgot that I wanted to gamble. I forgot that I wanted to go over to the casino and gamble and get some of the better stuff. Oh well. It's fine. Topic.
A moment of your time.
Sinam's whereabouts. Sinam, oh, you're talking about that girl that drops in from the cultural district every now and then. Sorry, no. Didn't see her around last night. Probably means she didn't leave the city then, huh? Wait, but you said Sinam drops in from the cultural district every now and then? What would she need to come to a parking lot for? Well, as a matter of fact, there's a homeless man who lives around here. His name's Nasri. Tries to sleep in our lot sometimes, so I usually have to keep an eye out for him. Apparently, he sort of took Sinam under his wing back when she was still a street urchin. So now that she's off the streets, she wants to return the favor, you know? Give him food and water and stuff. Maybe that's what she wasn't telling Fazil about. Yeah, helping a homeless guy sounds like exactly the kind of thing she'd keep under the radar. Oh, what if he knows where Sinam went? Thinking. Mr. Manager, you know if this Nasri's still somewhere in Tharbad? Well, actually, nobody's really seen the guy since last night. Kinda weird if you ask me. Usually when he leaves in the evening, he's right back in the same spot come morning. So in short, this man disappeared at the exact same time Sinam did. Yeah, I can't say for sure there's any connection yet, but I'm starting to have my suspicions. Guess 2 people disappearing at the same time is a bit strange, huh? Kinda reminds me of when I was a kid. There was always someone telling us to watch out for kidnappers back then. Were kidnappings common in Tharbad? You got that right. See, the Central East used to have a pretty big problem with human trafficking back in the day. And it just so happened that one of the organizations responsible for that problem expanded all the way into Tharbad about 10 years ago. They kind of fizzled out a couple of years ago, though. Haven't really heard much about them since. Guessing either the guild or the police dealt with them. Could he be talking about? I see. So it was an issue with roots in the Central East. However, I've heard the number of related incidents have diminished rather significantly recently, thanks in no small part to LSIM in the church. Yeah, of course. I'm just saying I remember when kidnappings were happening on the regular around here, that's all. Doubt it would happen again in this day and age, but it is pretty strange that 2 people would disappear at the exact same time. Oh no, they're gonna elope! It would be weird. I wonder, are those kidnappings really just a thing of the past? Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. All the signs seem to be pointing to one answer. I think it'd be best if we got some insight into what's going on in the Central East Underworld right now. Right. Something down there could give us a clue to whether or not kidnappings are making a resurgence in Tharbad. Perhaps we should ask someone familiar with not only the current state of affairs in the Central East, but their long-standing social issues as well. I believe there's a patriarch staying at the Al Jamara who's an independent landowner in the region. Do we think he would be suitable? Hey, Ninja, we're doing Kevin nonsense today. Yeah, boy, it's Kevin. Onion priest. Yeah, let's go see what he has to say. I recently bought a big bag of onions for the first time in a long while. Because I'm usually just kind of like an onion powder kind of guy. But yesterday, or a few days ago, I went, you know, let's buy some onions. Maybe I can, like, caramelize them or do something with them. I used to buy them a lot more. Actually, did I buy them? I was usually given them a lot more frequently when I was living at the apartment. Hello, Hardy. Creme de la creme sweets. If Kevin is anything like this in Sky Second, I'll be happy. Well, I hope. Well, because in terms of personality, I think he was. I mean, he was a lot more hidden in that game. But, I mean, his interactions with Estelle were pretty good. I'm just hoping they keep the same voice actor. A fabled luxury dessert, you say? And you're asking if I've eaten it? What a silly question! Listen, well, common folk, there's only one thing that would fit the bill! I mean, in terms of gameplay. Oh, in gameplay? Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't see why it would be all that different, right? Because, I mean, this game, like, him being in this game probably made it a lot easier for him to be made in second chapter remake, right? So, I'm willing to bet that he handles pretty similarly. I'm willing to bet that he doesn't have, like, a stigma boost thing going on, because pretty sure he keeps that on the down low until decently late in the game, if... Actually, is that even revealed in second chapter that he's one of the stigma people? I can't quite remember. But, listen well, common folk, there's only one that will fit the bill. Oh, have we finally hit the jackpot? What did it taste like? Oh, come on, tell us! If there's a dish in this world that's been referred to as high-end, I assure you that I've almost certainly eaten it. The young master has a weakness for sweets, you see. Particularly desserts. He didn't need to know that, Hardy. Anyway, I was 7 when I first tasted it, and I'll remember the experience until the day I die. Pistachios and raw cocoa mixed with red bean paste, then wrapped in rolls of flaky dough. And man, those subtle citrusy notes in the ice cream that came with it. Secret ingredient, schmeeker ingredient. That was dry lemon, no doubt. Drool. You clearly can't make him as powerful as he is in this game, but it'd still be noticeably strong. Yeah. Damn. That really does sound good. Would you happen to remember who was selling it? Selling it? I think there's been some sort of misunderstanding here. Huh? What does that mean? The dessert the young master was speaking of is one that was served at a temple in the cultural district on a national holiday. When he visited to pray, he simply happened to come across someone handing it out to the public. He was determined to have some, no matter the cost. Well, could you blame me? It wasn't just tasty, it was pretty too. It's a shame they haven't served it since. Ah, but that reminds me, I believe it was being sold at a street stall for some time as well. Are you serious? And you didn't tell me? I'll buy that whole business, stall and all! Unfortunately, young master, they seem to have gone out of business years ago. What? Why? Huh, he actually looks pretty hurt about the whole thing. I feel kind of bad for the guy. Well, in any case, it seems we found our next lead now. Right, to the temple. Back and forth, back and forth. But first, we have to go to Al Jamara. We gotta go to the Aunt Jemima Hotel. With all that syrup. Although my family was never an Aunt Jemima, we were always, what was it, Mrs. Butterworth? That was kind of our syrup of choice growing up. Never really got the high quality stuff. Because it was like, we got a couple grown boys that just eat lots. They don't need quality. But, oh yeah, it's you two, the two that want to get together. Our fathers are always feuding. Maybe that's why they're always on the same wavelength. Maybe it's thanks to your influence, Munt. No way, it's because you helped me, Kalia. Even laying the groundwork within the principality. Besides, when you think about it, we've got to help our dads out. You're right, both of our families will benefit if the trade route is developed. Exactly, and I mean it. And I mean it's important so that we can join forces in the future. Man, I still can't tell her after all. I really thought I was finally gonna say it. Come on, Munt, you got it. No neighbors, my family, and Kalia's family, the Dahars, haven't gotten along for a long time. Kevin's revealed to be mean to the end of Sky's second chapter. Okay, yeah. Kevin doesn't reveal stigma until 30. Yeah. This game does a much better job of showing what stigmas get. Yeah. I knew the shadow would be cast on our future together, so I worked out a plan. Especially because when Kevin unlocks his stigma in Sky Third, he gets a new S-Craft with it. But the way that I used Kevin in that game, his first S-Craft was just better, if I remember right. Where I wanted the party-wide shield. I didn't want an attack. Kevin was my really fast caster specifically for keeping shield on everyone by endgame. He was specifically not attacking things. He was just making sure everyone else was protected and healed. It was Joshua's S-Craft that was main attack, along with, I feel like I had Chloe doing like attack spells with like Death Scream and the ice one. And then fourth party member I think was Reese, just because Kevin and Reese were the main characters of that game. Right, Mumfine too, the elegant daughter of his father's sworn rival. Yeah. I knew that a shadow would be cast on our future together, so I worked out a plan. How do I put it? Chloe is, well, a straightforward and virtuous person. They're definitely positive traits, but they're making it hard for me to get through to her. Mom and I talk all the time, now that we both have T-phones. I'm glad our strategy of helping our feuding fathers get along has been going well, for all our sakes. Sometimes I do have to wonder what Monk keeps trying to hint at. Makes me curious. Kalia, you dense girl. Daha. I never imagined we worked together to develop the Elsa and Valis trade route. That's my line, Daha. No matter how influential and noble you may be in Elsaim, it's my territory and mine's on the line, so I won't let you just do as you please. I'll make sure the date we agreed on. Yes, of course. I'll have you know the Grand Prince himself has put in a good word for us. There's no need to delay the schedule with false accusations. Damn you, Bashar. You're only the perfect intermediary because of your close ties with Valis. It's no surprise you're skilled, Daha. You were my competition once, after all. But that doesn't mean I can't stomach your company. It was done daily by virtue of her attack, S-Craft being physical, and it still needed to be magical. Of course, this one would be an issue. Come, guys. I mean, there are certain characters. So, I'm of the mind. Like, I like it. So, okay, how do I say this? I like it when you have a game that has multiple, like, systems going on, but certain characters can just be straight good while ignoring the systems, if that makes sense, right? Chloe was good in the same way that Olivier was good, based purely on using arts because of the way the lines work in that game. So I never really thought about her S-Craft. For me, similarly, I didn't need an attack S-Craft. I just wanted her heal because that was the get the fuck out of Dodge, bad shit's happening, I need to fix it. Otherwise, she's just casting, right? That's nice. Or similarly, in an opposite direction with characters like Agate or Ash or whatever, who goes, you have those other crafts and you can attack normally, but fuck that. I'm just using your craft to only get to my S-Craft faster, right? Randy also fills that one. Where you might have good other things. You might have you might be wonderful in some of the other systems that the game presents, but I don't give a shit. I'm focusing on the one system with you. And I kind of like it when games have characters like that. Certain characters are good all around, right? They have good crafts, good S-Crafts, good other, like, can be good at arts, right? But specialized characters that can ignore certain systems, I find enjoyable. Patriarch Bashar made a pact with Elsaim even while holding sway over Valis. I would never admit, but he might just be the perfect intermediary for this project. He did come with his science and recommendations, so I suppose I could work with him for now. At any rate, where did Kalia go? She always seems to disappear when I meet with Bashar. I know the business side of things bores her, but I should warn her against wandering too far. She's busy. She's busy enrapturing the young family Sihon. Dahar and I have competed together countless times, so I know he's an obstinate man. That's also why I can put my trust in him. I'll cooperate. We could lose money if the schedule is pushed back, and hamper our relationship with Valis. I need this guy to work hard for my investment and my business. Kidnapping in Central East. Hey, what's going on, bro? So you're asking about societal issues in the Central East, are you? Particularly related to kidnappings? Well, alright. I'll tell you what I can. That'd be great, thanks. See, there have been a couple of disappearances in Tharbad recently. We're trying to figure out if they're connected to the organization that was responsible for the kidnappings that happened in the past. Perhaps we should start with some context. You say slavery existed in the Central East as recently as the Middle Ages, a remnant of the Dark Ages. The Septian temples did prohibit its use, of course, but given its firmly rooted foundations, it proved difficult to eradicate. It's said that, during this period, some people even built their fortunes on slavery, as so-called slave traders. However, upon entering the modern era, the Church in the wider Central East took the initiative to abolish the practice outright. I imagine that's when the slave traders went into hiding then, to continue their work from the shadows. That is correct. Though, depending on the region, there are still powerful families who have bound themselves to the old customs, especially knowing that there's demand for cheap labor they can exploit for their livelihood. And thus, the Central Eastern Mafia, which saw its beginning as a group of slave traders in the Middle Ages, remains. And the ones who tried to expand as far as Tharbad about 10 years ago were them, yes, the Cadas Nocturnium, a well-known organization among us Central Easterners. They operated out of a region near Valis, Cadas, hence their name. Valis' eventual growth inside Cadas' destitution, however, which led the Nocturnium to escalate their criminal activities. For a time, they were even trafficking people in Tharbad, but all the same, they disbanded after losing a conflict with the Mafia group in the Republic. Oh, that's probably how that one lady ended up joining Armada. You mean Viola? But, after they were defeated, I thought all the survivors fell into the hands of the military. So what kind of methods did the Nocturnium use to kidnap people? Well, from what I've heard, they would often abduct people to use as baits, then seize anyone who came to their aid. Or occasionally they would even force the person they initially abducted to scout out easy prey. And that's only 2 of their methods. Trust me when I say they had plenty more. I made sure to learn them all so that I could protect my people. Then, sounds like what might have happened to Simon and Nasri. I see. I think I got the gist of these Nocturnium guys now. But do you know what happened to the former members after Armada was destroyed last year? Well, I don't exactly know the details, but I heard a good number of them fled home to the Central East. There were attempts to arrest them in Al-Saim and Valis, apparently, but there was no real follow-up on the matter in particular. I see. Wouldn't be surprised if there are a few stragglers somewhere. Thanks, Mr. Patriarch. Gave us a lot of good info. Well, I'm glad to hear it, but the roots of this problem run deep in the Central East. Whatever matter it is you're dealing with here, I'd advise you not to become more involved than necessary. Alright, I think I'm starting to get the bigger picture here. First, Sam disappeared last night in the entertainment district. And around the same time, a homeless man who had taken up residence in the parking lot went missing as well. The same man Sinam has been providing aid to. The situation sounds like a lot of similarities with the conditions the Cadas Nocturnium had for kidnapping people too. Seeing as they disbanded years ago, though, it's possible this is all just a coincidence. But it's also possible the Nocturnium still has some stragglers around. Honestly, given everything we know right now, there's about a 50-50 chance that the Nocturnium has something to do with Sinam's disappearance. If there's even the slightest possibility that either they or their copycats are involved, we better not let our guards down. Yeah, if we turn a blind eye now, there'll be even more victims. For the time being, we should move forward under the assumption that Sinam was kidnapped, with the possibility of the Nocturnium being involved. And even if they weren't, at least that'll allow us to eliminate one of the possibilities. I believe our next step should be to search for tangible evidence that kidnapping took place. Likely in the alleyways. They seem to be the most probable locations for such an incident to occur. Yeah, let's see if we can ask someone around the alleys if they know anything. Let's go to the alleys. What? Okay, no. Gotta go to entertainment district. Let's go to the casino. Oh my god, it's the casino. Let's quickly just do a hand or two, maybe. Play poker. Yeah, let's do poker.
Can I interest?
Yeah, let's go. 2-8. Nope, change all of them. Queen, queen, jack, queen, queen. No. No pair, cool. Let's go. 253, jack, raise, change. Okay, 3, 3, 6, 6, 5, 2 pair. Good. Yeah, go. Okay, that raise, change. Okay, ace, ace, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Challenge again. Let's go. Raise, change. Okay, 9, 9, 10, 5. There we go. I don't know, all black might be a thing. There we go, cool. Nice.
I do hope
first time of the day. Biggest prize poker once. Oh, are you serious? There's a fucking biggest thing in each casino? Oh, that's a pain in the tuchus. Not even just once, it's in each casino. Hey, Rana. Yeah, it's like a video game, slot machine, card game. Just in the last month, someone won a jackpot more than 10 million minutes. I missed out on an opportunity to become an instantaneous millionaire. As I get gambling going. Only got the money. Now, you really have money, don't you? But you can't even play the slots. Slots. Everybody. Hit. Stand. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Hit. Stand. Good. Okay. Hit. Stand. Got lucky with that one. Okay. Stand. Good. Okay. Go. Hit. Stand. Good. Nice. Not kidding. First try on both of them. That's what we like to see. Okay. Now, if only I could get that lucky in real life.
I can exchange your tokens for prizes.
Yeah, crit evade. I'll see what the next thing of this is, like next chapter's stuff. Honestly, some of these are pretty damn nice. Right? Like, bumping stuff by 45 now. Like, it's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Probably try and get some of these.
Thank you very much.
So, maybe I won't be done with this chapter by the end of the stream. Probably will be, but maybe won't. Hello there, Parker. A kidnapping? Well, I heard there were a few in the past, but... yeah, well, 2 people went missing late last night. Seems like they were kidnapped, so we're looking into whether or not there's been a resurgence. The culprit wanted to abduct someone. This alleyway would probably be the best place to do it. As said, we heard you hawk your wares here pretty late into the evening. See anyone suspicious? Or did you maybe take a photo of the very moment the abduction itself took place? Well, now you mention it, was that? Wait, but thinking about it, sounds as though you do have a suspicion, but no evidence to support it. Well, I don't know if what I saw was a kidnapping or what, but I caught a glimpse of something at a street corner right before midnight when I was on my way home for the day. Saw people loading a sack into a car that was just the right size for a person. That would be consistent with the time of night those 2 disappeared. Suspicious. What happened after? Well, as soon as they finished loading it, they drove off in the direction of the sand dunes. Before that, I think I heard them say something about a cave, but couldn't quite make it out. A cave, huh? Feels like I heard about one somewhere in the Sand Sea. Yeah, that's where they found those drugs from Almada. I imagine any normal person would have business in a place like that. Plus these people putting a human-sized sack in a car in the middle of the night. A cave would be the best place to hide or meet up with co-conspirators. There's a distinct possibility they're using it as a temporary base of operations. Gonna send you some rage bait on Discord. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful! Yeah, seems worth checking out at least. Well, before I get raged, let's go really temper my mood with some poker.
Can I
There we go. Raise. Basically, it's if you have a pair, you should probably raise. No, queen. Or just raise every time and don't worry about it. 9, raise, change. Okay, 9, 9, 3, 3, ace, cool. 2 pair, get fucked, bro. Get fucked, bro. King, Jack, 8, you know, I'm gonna fold this one. Fuck, okay, well, we'll raise it, and I'm gonna change it. Okay, we got 6, cool. 6, 6, 2, 2, 9. Kind of the cool thing to do is rage bait Falcon fans for engagement. Oh yeah? that's the cool thing to do. Okay, keeping the 3, can't raise, change the other 2, got 3 of a kind, so, oh, 4 of a kind. Fucking baller, my dude. Get fucking pwned, bro. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Now the question is, do I buy any of these? Like, do I care? Because no one... See, I feel like this would be a good one for Van. But I'm also of the mind where chances are, next chapter, they're going to bump up the quality of the things again the next time I get to go to a casino. I'm sitting there going like, do I really need to get these right now? I could just hold off. It's like, because in my brain, it's like, okay, Cabaltic Eyes, Burning Blood, Mistral Star would probably be the ones to go for. Because ATS is just good for the casters. Imperial Picnicking Front is great. Although we're not in the Empire anymore, so we're just the Picnicking Front. Sansi, let's go. Main quest and side quest. Hello, Hal. Give me a car. How's it going, Sleeper? Thanks for dropping by. Nope, can't. There we go. Okay, you said you were gonna send me some rage bait. No spoiler for Horizon. What a waste of 115 hours. My least favorite game in the series, aside from the dog shit music. Ray Kevin was a marketing strategy, nothing more. They have almost zero presence in the game. 90% of the game is just pure filler for no reason. And yet, let's be kind and say 50% of the way through the game, which I don't even think I am, it has already built more intrigue and moved forward plot quite a bit in regards to the journal, like end of times prediction. Kevin and crew picked up the rental car that rooms are arranged for in advance and headed out to the Sand Sea. Yeah. So I done that. Built a lot of intrigue already around it. Introduced or further developed Amelia as like an actual character instead of just Hermes on the bike. Driving in the Sand Sea. Oh, we got our vehicle. Pressing L2 and circle at any time while exploring Sand Sea to enter your vehicle. Wait, so
Off we go.
oh, yo, it's like the horses. Did they realize that the Sand Sea was absurdly large, and that they should have a vehicle? Well, okay. R2 accelerate. So now the question is, what happens if I run into a fucking thing?
Oh, you good, man?
Ah, I was really hoping it would like hurt it. There we go. We need to get some. Whatchamacallums ambushes
You want to
going.
see what I can really do?
I still can't tell if I'm enjoying the game because it's good or because Daybreak 2 is so dog shit, giving no lore than anything that moves the plot along is pog. Or, you know, both games are good and you can enjoy them both.
What a rush.
Yeah, this thing still controls like Daybreak 2. Because I will say that is one of the only things that I would say, okay, criticism worth it. Dominability, wind and water. That's pretty good. Evasion plus 50 when under 20% HP. Okay, so that's pretty good.
Of course. You may
Draws hate during command battles. He doesn't need that.
That's a single element slot.
We'll do this because that also gives energy charger,
Skill has emerged.
which is HP EP after fights, which is pretty good, especially because he also has
Of course.
he also has a good shield cast on. So honestly, I should set him up
You may rely on me.
as a bit more of a spell sword.
Your
Cast
skills have been
one.
updated.
Cast 2, Judith Van. Why do I have cast 2 on Van? Probably because I don't have action 2. No, I'll decide later. So, yeah, I'm going to need... Oh, I still need 2 more wind. But that's it. Yeah, bless me. Okay.
Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Okay, and we're just going to, I think, do basically exterior collision on everything.
I advise you prepare.
COC activate.
There we go. Good.
Very well. I follow.
Nice.
Hello,
God damn it.
me. Here's
Oh well. Okay. The nice part about doing so much of the garden is the fact that the I am a good level, so now these things aren't going to be too
I knew we couldn't write you off.
these things aren't going to be
Off
too
we go.
difficult.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Okay, so that's a big monster over there.
Faster, faster!
It seems to be a story quest.
I advise you prepare.
Do that. Good.
Off we go.
The
They
wheel
copied
is
out of
yours,
separate
Rufus.
breath.
Sorry. Gotta rest your
How
souls.
so?
More of
Boom.
the same next time.
Still feel
Keep your guard up.
that's a bit of a lost opportunity to not have the vehicle do something. There we go. Cool. I wanna...
See what I can really do?
All right, you wouldn't know. That's true. I have not played Rebirth yet. You can drive a car in it, doesn't it? In FF7 Rebirth.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Interesting. 'Cause I have not played enough of even base FF7 to know the environments that you would go in. But most JRPGs, I feel like, have some kind of desert.
I'm curious to see what's in that chest myself. Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Pay careful heed. That's no simple thing.
Alrighty, did you hear that, guys?
COC activate. Open wide.
Your charge attack is on. Commencing exorcism.
Yeah, damn it.
Do it. Make it happen.
That.
Let me get.
Right behind
Why is
you.
Kevin peer pressuring kids to take lives? Because, you know,
You're mine.
he believes in returning people to the salt.
Some of this. Allow me.
Wide open.
Go. Get clear of our chains and
The
whatnot.
See what
wheel
I can
is
really
yours,
do?
Rufus.
There you go.
Look, knew we couldn't write you off.
Yeah. So we'll go all the way down. Good.
We can make a brief stop here.
Cover. Do I want to link for optimal builds based on one guy's opinion, but it looks legit? No, I'm fine for right now. Maybe late game, but right now I'd say I'm fine with the builds that I got. Wolf Flesh.
Was planning on using the bummer's bait for reeling us in a whole boatload of merchandise, but who knew we'd hook a big one so fast? She's in good condition, too. Special features a pretty mirror.
Who the hell are you guys? Why did you take Nasri? Where are you taking us? Sorry you got dragged into this, little lady. Lawmare is the meta. Interesting. I mean, I can't... See, I'm trying to remember what the mares were in the previous game. I feel like in Daybreak 1 and 2, it was almost always Gray Mare was best for me. Didn't really use Chaos Mare much, because I'm pretty sure Gray Mare was more evade tank. Law Mare was always broken? Always been striking a lot? I don't think so. Because I've mostly just been doing evade, but I can't quite remember. I can't remember game to game which one I've been doing. I would have to go load them up. What are you apologizing for? These guys are the ones who... Cheeky one, ain't ya? Got a feeling you don't quite understand the position you're in, kid. Knock it off. If we want to sell her at a high price, you can't have a scratch on her. Well, you, Nasri, you're a different story. Sir, after all, your job's over now. We don't need a honeypot anymore. So maybe I should just put you in your place, yeah? If I hit you hard enough, you might even lose the will to fight altogether. I think I just did Chaos Run, too. Just keep stacking defense. You can't kill me if a passive heal is greater than your damage. I like the counter when you dodge. And if you just go face fuck them with your hate boosted, usually you don't have to worry about the Kirk problem. Might even lose the will effect. If that means Sada won't get hurt, then why are you doing this? You know why? We're gonna use you guys as a stepping stone to make the kind of money we enjoyed in our prime. Our previous boss lost his head over some woman, you see. Ended up tanking all our profits because of her. And just when we thought she had dumped the guy for good, we ended up in a clash against Armada of all people. Yeah, if that wasn't for that dumb broad picking a fight with him. But after all these years of hardship, our luck's finally changed for the better. I think I'm almost done with Act 3. Nice. After all, now that Armada's no longer in the picture, we can do whatever the hell we want. Thanks for incriminating yourselves. So the culprits really were stragglers from the Nocturnium. Salt! Time to salt them. They deserve salt. Who the hell? You're Sinum, right? Fossil gave us a request to find you. Fossil. Request? What are you talking about? Brevity is a bit difficult when stating our position here. Let's just say we're currently undertaking 4 SPGs and Arcade Solutions instead. Arcade Solutions? So that's how Fossil... If I'm remembering right, they're the ones who gave you the chance to turn over a new leaf, little lady. Arcade Solutions? Those guys who destroyed Armada? You're just the standards, right? I ain't scared of you. In fact, this could work in our favor. We'll capture all of you and sell you off at a premium. Consider it an honor. Your sacrifice will go toward bringing the Nocturnium back to its former glory. I refuse to allow you to treat people like objects any longer. Salt first, ask questions later, right? You just be salting everyone. And you better believe the church ain't overlooking this either. For the sake of this request, and as a member of the clergy, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure these plans of yours have no future. Okay, time to just be cool, real quick. Noble Axe. Excusez-moi. Oh, I forgot his thing is single target. Oh, damn. That's fine. Actually, no, we're gonna undo that, and we're just gonna have him do cross cipher, because that's easy.
Still not strong.
Nice. How do we know we're a little bit overpowered right now? Only got 280 XP with a ×2 tactical bonus. We're a little bit over-leveled. How did we? Well, salt them right now. No one will know. Stacking break on Rufus will be great with this extreme stun. That is true. That is true. I should think about that. We're saved? Another dead ode to Arcade Solutions. And Fossil. I was pretty worried about you, though. So make sure you apologize to him when you get back, alright? For this and for the whole sneaking around without telling him where you were going thing, too. That is what's starting this issue, after all. But I'm just helping Nasri. I've been trying to repay him for what he did for me when I was still just a stray. I mean, if he hadn't taught me how to pickpocket, I would have starved to death years ago. I feel like we should do something to help him, too, but... yeah, that would be as simple as helping Simon was. Can a homie get Cold Steel 3 Sledgehammer back, right? Where's Yuna when you need her? It was balanced this way. Well, we won't accomplish anything just by standing here. Let's head back to the city first. Gotta hand these Nocturnium guys over to the authorities after all. Oh, just salt them. Just salt them. Just salt them, Kevin. Do it. Oh? That kind of clothing in the desert? Bitch, you must be fucking toasting. My lord. Oh, you're also telling me I have to go back out to the Sand Sea. Fuck. Sorry, Mo, I'm so glad you're alright. I can't believe you were kidnapped. Sorry for worrying you, Fossil. I swear, guys, you will get a chance to fight back someday. This only happened because of all that sneaking around I was doing. Goodness, I never would have imagined this would turn into such a ruckus. How can I ever thank you all for bringing her back safely? Don't worry about it. You asked us to bring her back and we did. End the story. Probably will end up tracking those guys down anyway. But if you're still feeling extra gracious, we won't say no to a little cash reward. In fact, we welcome it. Hey. When I first started buying mutual funds, they said to buy the one with us with more U.S. exposure because the U.S. market is poggers. I should have listened to them. I mean, when they said it, it was probably potentially true. And then, tariffs. At any rate, I'm glad we settled everything with Sinum. The only outstanding issue now is him. I heard you helped Sinum back when she was on the streets, but I don't do all that much for her. I just gave her a simple lesson on how to pickpocket, really. And that was years ago. What are you talking about? That doesn't even begin to cover what you did for me. You gave me food, taught me how to work as a rag picker. I only did those things to fill up all the free time I had. There's no need to get out of your way for me just for stuff like that. But all that said, I'm glad to see you've got somewhere to call home now, Sinum. Right, at the end of the day, the man who started this whole thing still doesn't have a place to call his own. Yeah, and with him out on the streets, it's possible he'll get dragged into trouble again. Well, it seems for us to consider this a case well and truly closed. We'll have to figure out what to do with this man. Consider this my request. Nasri can't keep going on like this, and I think even he knows that. You could help him somehow, like how Arkwright Solutions helped me. Little lady. Well, seeing as he was a victim too, it wouldn't make much sense for us to toss him to the wayside now. So what should we do? How should we deal with Nasri? Ask Fossil to recommend a job, suggest Nasri go to jail, suggest Nasri leave Tharbad. Two of those are garbage fucking suggestions. Like, hey Nasri, go to fucking jail because you're a thief criminal, you dirty street rat. Jail will be housing and food. Yeah, but still though. Like, and suggest Nasri leave Tharbad. Where would he go? And how would his life be any different than it is here, even if he left? That doesn't solve anything. Like the whole thing of how Asana was helped was that we got her a job with the guy so she could learn a skill that wasn't fucking lockpicking. You can walk to either, yeah. But like that was the whole point. She had to get a whole new skill set. Say go somewhere else outside of Tharbad, that doesn't solve anything. It doesn't, like, the only reasonable one is to ask Fossil to recommend a job. Like, what the fuck were those other two? Couldn't think of anything else? Like, why was Kevin not saying, yo, maybe I could fucking introduce you to a temple or something? Join the clergy, right? Something like that. Why was it go to jail or just fucking vamoose? Oh, the in the midst of the desert with monsters that in combat train orbit. Yeah, right? Because, I mean, the thing is, we do know that at least the populated roads do have little, like, things on them to keep the monsters away, right? We know that those exist, but, like, still, walking? Or what? Would we just pocket them the Mira for a bus ride? Honestly, this might be a bit of an inconvenience to you, Fossil, but, we want to find a place where Nasri can belong. I think we should do this the proper way. And by that, I mean, would you mind recommending the guy a job? Guess that would be the most surefire way to get him off the streets. Sure, I can do that. Got contacts from all over that I can get in touch with. It's just, well, he's no spring chicken, if you catch my meaning. He's got a list of misdemeanors, too. It'll probably be a while before I find anyone willing to hire him. Can he work in the bazaar with us? Well, given how long he's been in Tharbad, I imagine people must know his face pretty well by now. And in the world of business, it's important to maintain an image at all costs. You understand? Right. I'm in no position to be a choosy beggar here, so I leave my fate to you. Thus, Nasri saw for his future. With Fossil's request now fully solved, he and Sidon return to the bazaar.
Quest completed.
Our just rewards.
Law plus and gray. Okay. So, like, so is go to jail, like, which of those options is the gray one? Is go to jail gray and walk it and leave chaos? Or am I getting those mixed up? Like, Food Shark Man.
That's the way it goes.
There we go. Meow. Bada bing, bada boom. Hello there, Priest Jamile. Creme de la creme
Good
sweets.
question.
Yo, what's up, girl? Told you to do jail, bro. I ain't doing jail. And also, I needed more law points. I haven't gotten, like, any in, like, most of this game. Like, the game has been feeding chaos to me, like, their goddamn mini M&Ms, which are one of the two best M&M types I want to make. I want to make it evidently clear that the Buddy Bison channel on Twitch and YouTube is proponent of two kinds of M&Ms as top tier M&Ms. Those two are mini M&M. Why? Mouthfeel is fantastic, along with ideal ratio of chocolate to outer shell. Ideal because of the sheer surface area of a mini M&M, and it makes you feel really big because you get so many in one bite, and they come in those tubes that are really useful because it makes it feel like you're cool just doing like a shot of M&Ms, and afterwards they're perfect size for quarters. Second best kind of M&M, peanut M&M. No questions. Dessert we served at the temple? Well, yes, the Central East temples do have a custom of serving sweets on national holidays. Not for a variety every year, but I believe the one you're looking for in particular is Kamar Kanafe. Or Nafe. Kamar Nafe. We found it at last, LP! Finally, so it's super delicious, right? It is indeed. We last served at our temple about 15 years ago, but apparently someone opened up a food stall for it right after. They saw how popular it was, I suppose, and felt the need to meet demand. Well, that lines up with everything we've heard so far. Would you happen to be familiar with the person capable of making this dessert? Well, I've only met her, really, and that was 15 years ago. Her name was Rafia! No, that's not that old. Father Mukhtar, you two are acquainted? Indeed. We were friends, in fact. She was a relative of Hilal Tavern Inn's owner, and though she didn't live in Tharbad, she often visited our temple to pray. She tended to come on holidays in particular, so she could offer her sweets to the people of the city. Have we met a Rafia before? I can't remember. I see. Her age necessitated she retired from her culinary pursuits, however, and for some reason, she decided to leave her nafe recipe to me, but... See, there seems to be a secret technique to rolling the dough that, despite my best efforts, I've been wholly unable to reproduce. If you're interested, I wouldn't mind showing you all the recipe card. You'll likely be able to do more with it than I ever could. Oh, yes, please! After the vicar? Is it vicar or vicar? Is it a short eye or a long eye? Kevin quickly copied it down. 15 years ago, huh? Mission Tharbad's changed a heck of a lot since then. Heard that was around the time the city was experiencing some serious growth, too. Correct! That was when the entertainment district was established, and I got to get with hookers every night, which, given its nature, created friction with the cultural district. Actually, it was that very tension that Raffia was hoping to relieve with her nafe. Huh, maybe eating some could help us, too. Complicated matters related to the fabled dessert, eh? It would seem Nadia was correct in her assumption after all. Wait, what are we talking about? Come on, guys. Time to head on over to our final destination, Halal Tavern and Inn. Only then will this dessert's true form be revealed. Yeah, we're coming. Okay. But before that, I want to go back. Actually, you know what? No, because it doesn't show up on the map. Well, it doesn't show up in the thing, so I want to do that while we're here. Also, do I have any cooking? Okay, so I don't have any item cooking things to use. Here we go.
This is incredible.
Doesn't really matter. See, now we're just getting up into good heal amounts. But also, whatever. I don't have enough time Sabbath, mind you,
Got a moment?
to unlock his final one. Did you say come on, Nafe? Well, of course I know what that is. After all, Rafi is my auntie. Your auntie? Well, I guess we did hear she was a relative of yours. See, you can trace our family line back to the times of the nomadic desert tribes. We settled here in Tharbad when it was still a small oasis town, but Auntie Raffia chose to remain a nomad. That being said, though, she made plenty sure to visit us whenever she was in the area. After all, she was still family, you know. Every time she came to town, she'd make her nafe, and I'd be right there giving her a helping hand. A shame she passed away 15 years ago. That's why it was lost to history. So she's gone? But if you helped her make it in the past... That's right, got all the tricks to it down pat. Never learned the whole recipe, admittedly, but you said you picked it up at the temple, right? In that case, I should be able to recreate it, maybe even to a T. Really? Woohoo! We'll finally be able to eat the long-lost dessert of legend. Have you found Elise dead? Is he in Tharbad? Because I feel like... Was he in a previous Daybreak game? Like, just talking to? Like, someone we could talk to? Because I feel like he was someone we could talk to. No, just in general. No, I don't think so. Because if he was, my brain says he, like, may have been in that, like, cafe by the Bracer Guild in Edith, right? Like, at some point. But that might just be me making shit up. Such enthusiasm! My auntie would have loved to hear it. Did you want to help make it as well? Well, seeing as our client did promise we could sample her test batch, least we could do is help with some of the prep. Honestly, this whole mystery process thing has got me kinda curious anyway. After summoning Filica to Halal Tavern and Inn, Hala taught her the special nafe kneading trick. Then, upon mastering the basics, she began her attempt at making the fabled dessert, Kamar Nafe. And finished. I want to eat it. Wow, it's so pretty! And that aroma. I can't get enough! Is this real? Am I actually getting the chance to eat the dessert of my dreams once more? You're crying before you even taken the first bite? That's a bit much, don't you think? We've practically taken over the whole tavern. Won't this be an issue for Hala's business? Well, given that she went to all the trouble of helping us, we should partake as well. So our efforts don't go to waste, of course. Nom nom nom. Oh, these flavors are out of this world! I heard it was good, obviously, but the flavor, the aroma, the texture, they really are in perfect harmony. I don't even know what to say. It's just amazing. Where's Van when you need him? Indeed, I can tell great care went into its creation. It's best suited to the summer, I imagine. The heat adds an interesting component to the experience. Fascinating. This truly is a Tharbadi specialty. We need to buy this recipe. Definitely worth all the... Oh, more please. What? You've already had 5. That should be plenty, young lady. The taste is so nostalgic I almost fainted, but... Feels like these girls are enjoying it more than I am. Thus, Kamar Nafe, the once lost Tharbadi specialty, was successfully brought back to the city after receiving permission from proprietress Hala. Philika even added as a special menu item at her stall. However, when Nadia decided to so thoughtfully send Van a report on the incident, he replied with a long, bitter message that, for propriety's sake, will be summed up with his primary sentiment, "Wish I could have had some too." That's great. God. See, it's things like this, right? These little, like, I don't know how much of this is localizer taking some freedom or just that was in the script, like saying, oh, for propriety's sake, we're just gonna like shorten it and stuff. But it reminds me a lot more of like the Sky scripts, the OG Sky scripts. They took a lot of freedoms, clearly. Well, see, the thing is, I don't know if that's clearly. Because the thing is that, like, all that could have been in Japanese, by and large. I don't know how it would have been written, because I'm not that good. But that, like, the concept of it, of they got a long message, but for the sake of everyone's time, we're not putting everything here. Here's the paraphrase, right? That is most certainly something I could see being just written in any language, because they say Riz in Japanese kappa. I mean, there's probably a relative Japanese equivalent. And also, there's certain shortening, like, slang terms where I go, they're not even that bad of a slang term because they're just straight up a contraction of an existing word, right? Like sus and riz are two words where I go, they've been used a lot, so it's kind of beating a dead horse. But I go, but I know they're not one that I have to have some third, like some extra level of understanding to comprehend what's going on when that word is used. Sorry, I'm gonna get a sweet tea that can take care of itself, dude. He is blitzing his way in his van over here. Okay, we're gonna take a quick 3-minute break, and then we will be right back. And we're back. Yeah. So I had a spoonful of peanut butter. Always a good snack. Just to have a spoonful of peanut butter. Okay, so he's still... Okay, he's got another S-Craft and another one of those. He has all of his. They really are not doing Swin and Nadia any favors. Okay. CP cost, CP boost recovery. Curious, what does... Okay, even at max, it's just certain gauges. Okay, you know what, we'll do that.
Finer tuned now.
Uh,
I'm finer
do
tuned.
that.
I'm
that.
finer tuned now.
Do that.
Acceptable.
True pet boost. There we go. You don't use that one much.
Does that raise my charm
Oh, yeah.
stat too?
Thread does an upgraded version of one of her other moves. I forgot that. As well as, I think, Chrono Blitz. They leveled up and that happened. Can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Hitches and Stitches or something like that.
Does that raise my charm
Yeah,
stat
but
too?
how's it going? It's going well. And you, Keeve? Yeah, just leveling up
Still not
some
strong
characters' moves
All the
right
better to
now with their
protect
character skill stones.
Still not strong enough.
Other than that, just,
All
you
the
know,
better to protect with.
chilling. You know, let's hold off on messing with him right now. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good old time doing well. Just taking a small breather before going back to Horizon. Hell yeah. Okay. So we need to do these fashionable pair of earrings that evoke the image of blue sky being pierced.
Oh, that's
Here you go,
awful
Kevin.
idea.
Trinity Hearts, cute ring with 3 small heart-shaped gemstones. Here you go.
Thanks, Az. I'll add it to my shrine.
Azrak bonbons. Bonbons filled with a refreshing Azure syrup. Azure!
Thank you.
It's always Azure! Okay, so we're gonna do Can I Trust Them because it's for 2 people instead of just 1. And then, I don't know, I'll figure out which one I wanna handle for now. Can I trust them? Let's do it. Kevin's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. That darn onion priest said he had some stuff to take care of. Time to see what he's up to. We'll uncover his secrets. Hey, I think we should call it quits. There's no point in rocking the boat right now. Oh, come on. I know you're not happy with how things are right now either. Just because we took a vow doesn't mean he gets to talk to us like that. Maybe not, but since we're going to be working together, can't we just wait and see how things shake out? We could, but he was totally looking down on us. He was all, I'll be keeping an eye on you. Sure, there's nothing wrong with us returning to the favor, right? I mean, yeah, I guess. Honestly, I don't like the idea of only him getting to keep tabs on others. Exactly. I knew you felt the same way as me. That's why we're such a great couple. That was established off screen! Okay, it's been a while since we've tailed someone, so let's go all out. He's just kind of walking, not shopping or anything. I know what he's up to. Since he's up to something suspicious, he's trying to throw people off his trail. Are you sure you're not projecting? Didn't we already look into his background anyway? Do you really think we're going to discover anything doing this? Well, it doesn't have to be anything big. If we can find something he might be guilty of, then we can threaten to tell that sister if we need to. You really can be merciless. It's gonna be a tailing mission and a... No. Neat. From behind the car. Neat. See? Look! What did I tell you? That's where all the adult places are. He's engaging in activities unbecoming of a man of the cloth. I just know it. But would you really go into the middle of... Would you really go in the middle of the day? Either way, I guess that area is perfect for secret meetings and stuff. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I knew you'd get on board eventually.
Look, I'm still... Never mind. At this point, we might as well follow him to the end. Who knows? Might even learn something about this job of his. Ha, you can't go in here.
He definitely came this way. He must have gone to that sketchy building.
Does look like they're open, even though it's still the middle of the day. Do you really think you went in there? What should we do? Want to go?
No way, yes. You absolutely cannot go inside.
I only ever want you to look at me. Nadia, I'm not going in there to look at other women. I don't know if I can handle all this scorching hot romance in the middle of the day.
When did you get here?
Don't tell me you noticed this from the beginning. I did? Look, I get it. Of course you'd have your guards up around me. It's not like I thought you'd suddenly start trusting me, not after what I said to you guys earlier. Figured I could make it up to you. And who knows, maybe we can get to know each other while we're at it. Come on, buy you guys some ice cream. I'll be relax in the shade for a bit. Let's go to the casino. It's surely air-conditioned in there.
Delicious. So you already knew my favorite flavor, huh?
I caught you staring when we passed the ice cream vendor on the way to the cultural district. Pretty observant of you. Guess so. So, did you learn anything tailing after me?
Please, as if we'd tell our mark.
I was pretty impressed by your skills myself. Especially the way you managed to stay hidden despite being so loud. That's quite a talent. Maybe try not to let your guard down at the end, though. Well, we definitely learned that you're more skilled than we are.
Yeah, if he was leading us by the nose from the start. So, what are you gonna do? Use this as a chance to cut us loose?
Nah, nothing of the sort. Not yet, anyway. Not now that I've gotten to see some of what you're really capable of. Something tells me I'll be able to make good use of those talents, too. So, for now, I'll be keeping you both handy. So you were just testing us, is that it? Can't say I appreciate it, but if you want us to stick around, then we'll tag along.
Now that you've seen our skills, should I take it that you've determined we won't be a threat if things go south?
If you're that suspicious, I doubt there's anything I can say to convince you otherwise. But I mean it when I say I didn't think I had anything to lose by working together today. So how about we call it a temporary truce? There's no reason we can't all get along. Just feels like you're brushing us off. I guess there's a silver lining. Each got to see what the others are made of. Is that enough for now, Nadia?
I mean, I see the logic. And I guess I'm fine with using one another now that we all got a handle on each other's talents. But I still don't like it. Feels like you're toying with us.
I get where you're coming from, but... Alright, I admit. I was being a bit of a jerk. Can you at least forgive me for that much?
Only if you get me another ice cream. And one for LP, too. If you do, then I suppose I can forgive you. Just this once. For S.
You don't have to swindle the guy. Did you enjoy the ice cream that much?
She is currently still enjoying the ice cream that much.
Hey, if that's what works for her, that's what works for me.
Is the textures on the ice cream like the crossbell like logo or something?
Come on, let's go buy them together.
After that, the three of them invited Lapis to join them for ice cream, and having made peace with their current working relationship, they returned to patrolling the city. Yay! 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 There we go. It's so fascinating. Okay, let's go back out to the sand sea. Oh, we can go to the cave. Okay, so that means that's a lot better than I was expecting.
Off
I
we
can get
go.
in the
Always
vehicle. Oh,
wanted a
wait, nope.
chauffeur.
We have to go in here because there is
Shall we search?
a chest in here.
Oh,
Ah,
treasure.
not just any chest. A special chest.
This'll be a walking
Oh!
park.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Because I was curious about the other one. They use... Clumsolaeus. This one they use Lapis, but in
How does this go again?
in purified form. Okay, I like that. That's cute.
Conducting
fuck.
search.
Okay. Still can't use her as a hologram. Yeah,
Conducting search.
that's because she's too busy like actually being out in the fight as like a blitz combo character. Fuck.
Conducting search.
Oh well.
Conducting search.
Get through. There we go. Stop eating snacks again in my phone.
All clear. Courtesy of yours truly.
Yeah, 'cause they're not just gonna waste a model like that, basically. 'Cause they already had, they have the models made, so. There we go. But can I? God, you can get in the vehicle in there.
Off we go.
The part that
Wheel
makes
is
me
yours,
wonder
Rufus.
how much faster is. Oh wait, okay. How much faster is the vehicle compared to just hoofing it? Like, it must be a decent amount, right?
Pay careful heed. That's no simple thing.
All right, let's rip.
Charge attack is on hand. Deploy shot. Commencing exorcism.
You got this in the bag.
Do it.
There we go.
Okay.
Take it away.
Let's
Call
do
the
that.
shots, Rufus. Take it away.
And with
Right
that.
behind you.
And with that. Good.
I'm curious to see what's in that chest myself.
calculation.
Okay.
Huh, let's see you keep that up.
Off we go.
The wheel is yours, Rufus.
Okay.
Vroom, vroom. This cutie has booty.
Ooh, nice. Good. Okay. Okay. Let's unlock his last one, so then we can come over to here, and he needs. What does he need? He needs 2 wind, which is not difficult to get. Now it's just a matter of what one do I want him to have on. Yeah, let's go with Seal.
Why? A new skill has
'Cause
emerged.
status effects are never bad for.
Off we go.
Always wanted a chauffeur.
God, the turning radius on this fucking vehicle
Shall we search?
is abysmal. Okay.
Oh, treasure.
Revelation. Also, I shouldn't have. Should have actually read that. Should have read that a lot more. Revelation. What's this? Ranged arts area. Bigger.
To adjust your ordnance.
That would be good for her. Yeah, let's put that on. There's just mute, seal, and burn, which is pretty darn good. Okay.
Come out wherever you are.
Oh, you can't fish here? Just a little puddle. Oh. But it's a little puddle that
Shall we
will
stop and
have...
recharge?
It's totally going to have, like, a big enemy there or something. Otherwise, doesn't make
A
sense.
treasure chest. Good find.
Goliath, Earth, and Time. Damage done to stun enemies increases by 50%. Jeez. That's pretty damn good.
Of course. You may rely on me.
Okay. Goliath,
Your
do
skills
that.
have been updated.
I'm not gonna worry about EP cut, but yeah, that break,
Your skills have been updated.
that break thing that you mentioned, probably would be nice. Fortunately, both of these are element-specific ones right now.
Of course. That's a single element
go.
slot.
What's a good one for him here? Attack arts. No. Chance of. Mind and wind. Probably is fine. Just get arc feather, but I mean that's only after attack arts. A lot of them are arts focused, so they're not
That's a
fantastic.
single element slot. Your skills have been
Take it.
updated.
Whatever. Okay, but break 2 is going to be good. And once I get that, I'll put break 1 in. What equipment do I have on him? Speed move, crit, bit, you know, let's do get him more CP. I think that makes a good amount of sense for him.
Yep, yep.
Go.
Oh, hey! We've got this in the bag.
Give it your best shot.
Why can't I use the move? So I remember with most characters weren't next to where this without all the slash open. That is one thing where builds really only become a thing in this system
All according to calculations.
late game,
Yours with this.
and until then you're just kind of going with whatever the fuck.
Beep, beep.
Okay.
I'm curious
Right,
to see what's in that chest.
It's not
That's that.
like
To
other.
the next.
Like, I feel like the games that had the best build systems from the get-go were probably the Cold Steel ones. Just because you really could do a lot more with... Because the Master Course themselves were build makers, effectively. Right? That was their entire thing. To be the thing that made the... Okay, it must be the...
Your best shot. Doing good.
Allow me.
Too slow.
Nice. So it's very annoying. It's great with positioning
Sorry,
is and need
gotta
to set.
rest your souls.
Yeah,
So this is what the
because it's one of the few skills where it's that shape, but you are moving to the point
Off we
instead
go.
of
Always wanted a chauffeur.
instead of it just attacking in that direction. Pearson foes prowling around. Exterminate. Okay, the game bosses had way too much HP, and I'm almost one-turning bosses. I mean, hey man, that's just the feeling of growth. Also, let us go. The debuffs. You don't have anything. Yeah, here's what we're gonna
Certain arts will be more potent.
do. Cast time, post delay.
Doing good.
Yeah, just gonna do chrono
There we
drive.
go.
Keep everyone quick. Dynamic stomp.
Won't show any mercy.
How darest thou?
Don't jump the gun, yeah. Too slow. You got
Play. Nice. Okay.
Let's get
Let's just boost your stigma real quick. And then let's zock it up. Yeah, his thing of decreasing cost by 50% on CP is fucking broken. And also the fact that they made Mark from Swin just... I don't know if it was this game, but they made it so it just works from anyone. Like, because the way the Swin's thing worked was originally was the only one that could proc his thing, right, to get the guaranteed crit. Now anyone can get the guaranteed crit, which is insanely good. Like, that makes Swin such a better character in terms of usefulness. Like, it's almost ridiculous how much better he is because of it. Okay. So, wow, that's taken from 26 to 51. That is a pretty damn good amount of stun. That is nice. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Okay, and then...
Doing good. Give it your best shot.
There we go. Fuck off. Sand attack bonus. Mark Rickself. Mark Sealmeat. There we go. It's marked. Those debuffs.
Certain parts will be more potent.
Have the advantage. Press it.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Nanapalooza.
Boost gauge limiter removed.
And then we're going to do Threaded Indebted. That might slow him.
Say sorry, but I'm really not.
Sad because she used to say hitches and stitches, but now with the upgrade move, because it's not called that anymore, she just says
Doing good.
just says something else. Okay. Boom. Are you serious, bro? You were at like 1 health, my guy.
Doing good.
Actuate here.
There you go. Do that. That doesn't kill.
Swing.
Yeah, there we go. Just gonna do this. S-Craft so he doesn't get another fucking turn to heal himself and buff. Also, I could have gone to the Hammam Harlal. Desert Edge from Walmart. Ooh, okay. I should equip the 2 that I got. Real quick. Now then, I may have fumbled around a bit first, but I'm pretty sure I've got everything I need. What's left now is to confirm a few things on my own, but... What's up, Mr. Onion? Mr. Onion would actually fit better on someone else I know. What? Don't tell me there's a walking, talking onion out there! Hate to break it to you, but I think he's saying someone else's hair looks more like an onion than his does. He's referring to the man who heads one of Liberal's foremost research firms. Their crisis management capabilities are second only to Marduk's. Wait, he's referring to the man who heads... Oh, he's talking about Richard. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Richard's hair shape is more onion. Of course you two are familiar. But they even get along, too. Anyway, considering it's already 3, why don't you all head off for a break? There's even a Hammam here. I say you go have a nice leisurely sweat and... Father Kevin. You said you wanted to see what we're capable of, didn't you? And doesn't it only make sense that we're there for whatever it is you're planning? Exactly. We have as much right to be there as you do. Plus, if you're going to go to some strip club or something, we need to make sure to report that to your childhood friend with evidence. You wouldn't even know how to contact her. Also, all I want is a little peek. All I want. Yeah, that's kind of a New England thing. All I want. I knew it. A strip club? Perhaps I'll explain when you're older. On that note, however, I wouldn't mind accompanying you, Kevin. Oh, then that sounds like a plan then? Did you want to go to us? I don't think I'd meet the age requirement. Plus, why would I even need to go when I have you? Anyway, let's get back on topic. I'd say it's safe to assume you figured something out. Something definitive. Or maybe you just need to slot in the last piece of the puzzle. Fine, you guys can come. But, is your partner there gonna be okay? She's looking like she's trapped on cloud 9. Gosh, Sass, you're practically wrapped around my finger, aren't you? At this rate, you're gonna out-affection me, and that I will not allow! Whoa, Nadia looks like a boiled octopus, but she's wriggling around like a jellyfish. What you see before you, Lapis, is what happens when one is in the spring of their youth. So, where exactly are we headed? Where we can get a good view of the entire oasis. The cultural district. Okay. So what I need to do, come over here real quick. Arts. There we go. Okay. Yeah, for now, because he has Aegis Shield, which I really like on him, but we need to put on Desert Edge and Nebulous Cannon real quick. And we need to come out over here.
Do your best, guys.
Okay.
The wits are in our favor.
There we go. Okay.
Are you prepared?
And then you're going to use Nebulous Cannon.
Right behind you. Lapis!
Jesus. That's a cool move. Okay. And then...
A natural outcome.
Appreciate you, Rufus. Sarcutus, shard it up.
The wits are in our favor.
Actuating.
And then we do this, and we get Desert's Edge.
Initiating drive.
Here you go.
I feel like I'd already used that one. Let's
Yeah,
support progress. All 7 quick art. Isn't there one for use all the kinds of combo arts? I could have sworn there was. God, that 1000 Grimoire decryption is going to be a pain in the tuchus.
Threats neutralized.
Desert's Edge. Yeah, because I already have Silicon Ivory Frost, so I guess I hadn't. Maybe there's just a move that looks like it, or I used it with someone else. I'll keep Nebulous, or keep Desert Edge on. But I'll do Chrono Drive again, just so he has. Because the nice part about the plugins is you can really cover for your lack of coverage. And the combo spells makes it a lot easier
Let us hurry
to
on.
do that.
Waiting.
Okay.
Take command,
There's the
Rufus.
wall down there. Okay, let's go Tharbad. Let's go Tharbad branch. Yeah, let's go to the Hammam.
Zoom!
Because I don't think I've been to the
Welcome
Hammam yet.
Arjan Hammam.
Let's use the
Are you
bath.
entering the hammam?
Yeah, let's do it. It's been the past 2 weeks watching Beast Wars, and the past week I'm watching Beast Machines. I guess Transformer never did this last year. Oh, God. It's been a long time since I watched anything Transformers related, but I
think
remember when I was
might
younger,
liquefy.
really liking the animated series. One that I know I watched the most was the one where the big plot reason for why they were fighting were the
feel like a
small
large vegetable.
droids. Like they were the big Autobots and the big Decepticons, but then it was almost the Shaolin Showdown or Jackie Chan Adventures formula of, hey, here's the small thing that we need to get this week to add to our arsenal that
I'm
both
glad
teams
you
are
seem
trying to get.
enjoy yourself.
And I forget which one that was.
That's
Tharbad
the way it
Sauna. So the point of plugins, as you're not allowed to add plugins if the main arch driver has the adjacent arch. Yeah. It's great. Although, honestly, if you were able to add the plugin and they already had the spell, I could imagine that being whatever the sequel game is going, hey, if you put the plugin for the spell you already have in, like you double it up, it just makes the spell better, like stronger. So instead, like you're sacrificing a different spell, like basically sacrificing a slot to just make one thing better, right? Like you had Earthguard on the thing already, and you put Earthguard as a plugin. Instead of M range, it makes it L range, or something like that. Mini cons talk about Transformers Armada. Okay, cool. Glad to know that people know what I was trying to remember. The other one that I watched a lot was the one that was... It was definitely more anime looking. It was the one with like the 3 kids as the main protag trio. 2 of them are brothers, 1 girl. The younger brother wore like a beanie and had blonde hair. God, that's all I can remember from it. Okay, so let's save, because I think it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit, maybe. Okay.
How about a shard search?
How about a shard search? See? Okay. Also, no, let's do a Joshua, Luve, and Karen. Yeah, right. Transfer Cybertron. That was the 3rd anime from the Amaya trilogy. Okay. I'm learning the deep lore that I didn't even know existed. Okay, so we rich strawberry sundae.
The man's heart is through his stomach, and that's what makes me wife material.
Jesus. Okay. She really is just going, I want to be Swin's wife.
Be pleasantly surprised.
If I'm not Swin's wife, god damn it, I'll kill everyone who thinks they can be. Premium sweets. Here we go. Cheese baklava. A favorite halal tavern inn. Its cheesy flavors simply to die for.
I'll send this review to Van. Van's gonna be so stoked.
So the layers of cheese in between boost the sweet factor, making for an extra satisfying baklava. An instant fave. Maybe staying here isn't so bad after all. Exquisite basbousa. Oh. Yeah. All of that. Didn't like gay ass. Someone tried to rage me yesterday and said that they won't watch Evangelion Code Geass because the animation looks too old.
I only watch anime if it has badly composited 3D robots in it.
And like, it's like, bro, they look so good though. Like, there's so much, like, there's much more tactile feel to those like the older shows because of the cell, like the way that it had to be drawn. Or like one of the anime that I could feel the most was like Cowboy Bebop. Like it just feels gritty. Can't miss dessert from Shun's that carries the soothing aroma of roses. Yeah, I just can't keep up more than 5 SPs in the old anime area.
I'll send this review to Van.
Sure, go ahead.
Apparently this cake is flavored with rose water syrup, which gives it a fresh scent. I haven't had many desserts like these, so it was an interesting experience. Moulin sorbet. Popular pick at Moulin Casino, sublimely tangy with Central Eastern fruit.
I'll send this review to Van.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Made from top-grade Central Eastern fruit, its fine sweetness and scent veil a subtle zest, making for a mystical flavor. I had thought such luxury beyond our present finances. Okay, crispy nafe, staple I am at Monier's, made with deliciously crispy strings of pastry.
I'll send this review to Van.
Sure. Go wild.
The crunch of those thin-laid threads of pastry is out of sight. And the way it contrasts with the cream inside, tops. I'm no Reese, but I could down an infinity plus one of them. Infinity plus one. Also, you know, I need to go check the Entertainment District by Vegas Films
Away we
because
go.
we did the quest, so I would imagine that she now has additional stuff to sell? I would think, yes. Called it. Okay.
Hey, stop. What can I get for you?
Come on, Nafe. There we go. 10 CP,
Thanks a
not
bunch.
bad. Item, cooking, ice and espresso, EP damage. Come on, Nafe.
Thanks for the grub.
There we go. So, now is that. Yeah, there we go.
I'll send
Fabled
this
third
review to
party
Van.
specialty that after 15 years has finally seen its revival. This treat's status as a legend is well deserved. The ritzy sweet bean paste, softened dough, and side of ice cream combined to form the ultimate flavor. I could eat 100. You could eat 100 even if it wasn't that good. Okay, so now we can go to Racer Guild.
Away we go!
And just need to figure out what connection event I want to do. Okay, quick guys, take it a vote. Do we do the Lapis or the do we do the Lapis or the Rufus one? LP? LP? Gonna count down from 20. And then we're gonna do it. 20. So keep voting. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12.
Nothing to be done, I
11.
suppose.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Naturally.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're doing LP. Starving Princess. Word is Lapis is heading out with a fishing rod. If one breakfast wasn't enough, maybe I'll check in on him. Kevin's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. This looks like it might be a good spot. Hup. Good cast. That was immediate. I've got a bite. Oh. One more time. Hup. Hup. Oh, she's getting depressed. Come on. Why can't I catch anything? Lapis? Oh, Kevin, have you come to fish as well? No, I was wondering where you went. Thought I'd see what you're up to. Didn't expect to find you volunteering to clean up the oasis. So impressed. Here, have a candy. I'm just messing with you. Sorry. Guess I never pegged you for an angler. Not that you seem to be doing a good job of it. I do not require your pity. Unrelated, but are you any good at fishing? I'm alright. I don't mean to brag, but I do manage to keep myself fed when I'm out on trips. Oh, if you'd like, I could give you some pointers. Please. Oh, and may I have that candy too? Yeah. Yeah. This candy's delicious. Well, great. You know, you're more outdoorsy than I thought. I mean, you're going fishing and all. I take it that Swin and Nadia's influence? Yes, they taught me how to fish when we first started out our journey together. Did you know that fish you catch yourself are super tasty? Really? And how many fish have you caught? Just a few. But I caught a bunch on my own before. I swear. Maybe you're just not used to that new body of yours yet. Fishing is like a conversation. Whatever panic you feel will travel through the rod, down into the water, and alert the fish. So first things first. Lower your line into the water slowly and wait. Even if something bites, you must remain calm. Okay, I'll give it a try. Extremely Beast Wars machines are the last stories on the timeline. Many eons after German Transformers, their sounds were smaller, close to animal, and regular human. Interesting. You know, you are surprisingly nice to me, considering you are cold to everyone else. Say what now? What? It could be a while before something bites. Might as well have a conversation of our own. I'm not trying to be nice to you, Lapis. I'm basically just giving you a sort of candy to make sure you do your job properly from here on out. Huh? Would that be called nihilism? You really shouldn't say something like that to someone. They would never know. They would never have to know. They would never have to know otherwise. You're the one who asked. Well, whatever. Maybe talking about social subtleties is a little tough for you. Maybe, but that's why Rufus and I are such a great pair. But what about you, Kevin? I heard you used to do these sorts of jobs a long time ago. This is hardly used to, is it? You got me there. I suppose being an adult means knowing when to flip the switch. Guess that's why I was selected for this. Huh. I don't really get it, but that sounds tough. I mean, I don't know what reaction I expected, but why am I even talking to you like this? Don't ask me what's going on in your head. But you know, I am kind of jealous of you. Of me? I've never once doubted who I am. At the end of the day, I'm probably never going to change. There's no reason for me to change myself and no reason for anyone to change me.
But a few months ago, when I became Altera, I encountered the feelings and sins of Swin. Nadia, and so many others.
So much sin. It was so crimson. So much crimson sin. So much of the subtitle that was lost when it was brought over to the West. God damn it. Just like we didn't get farewells, oh farewell Zemuria. Or is it, no, it's, what is it? Kai no Kiseki farewell, oh Zemuria. Which I love as a subtitle, but I can see it as confusing for people to think, oh, that's the end of the series. And it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. We're like 75% of the way done. 80% maybe. But we're not saying farewell, farewell.
And ever since then, I sometimes have this feeling of uncertainty. Not knowing what that uncertainty is only makes me feel worse. I am me. But is that really enough?
I see. Sorry, but I don't have any words of comfort for you. Nor do I think you'll find those answers with Rufus and the others. Just gotta think it through for yourself. Gotta find that answer on your own.
On my own? Yeah, you're right. I get that feeling too, you know? You're actually a nice guy, Kevin.
Actually? No, Lapis, I already told you. Fine. Sure. I'm a nice guy. Whoa, I better reel this in fast. Hold on, remember to remain calm. Gotta let it exhaust itself once it bites. Now! Up! I did it, and it's huge! Oh, I wonder what it tastes like. That's your first thought? This is all because of you, Kevin. Thanks so much. I mean, I didn't really do anything, but you're welcome, I guess. Alright, time to catch an entire school. The thing I wish more Transformers Media did was be more original, like Beast Wars, as that came out of sense for good, great even, but the others are so hesitant to forego the roots of Where's my Underwater Wars? Where's my Optimus Octopus? Octopus Prime. Come on, I want to see some weird shit. Starscream the Shrimp.
Is that really enough, huh? Can't say I don't know what that feels like.
Really? Had to voice it for the last 2 lines? The 2 of them continued out catching multiple fish. They brought the fruits of their labor back to the inn, where they cooked and ate the fish together with everyone else. Delicious! Yummy, nummy, nummy. In my tummy, tummy, tummy. Okay, now that we've done those, let us move forward. Onward relentlessly. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I think I'd enjoy it more if it wasn't so hot out, though. So, what's the deal with this place? I assume it has something to do with your... No, with the Septian Sacrament. Got that right. See, 20 years ago, this city was faced with an existential threat. Hail Oasis was on the verge of drying up. However, thanks to the 3 disciples and their irrigation work, the opposite transpired. I mean, just look at all this water. But now we're here to determine what caused the problem in the first place, and if its solution has had any negative effects.
Cerulean seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Is that the color of cerulean? Guess I never really looked at the color. Let's see. So this is... Yeah, that's Rough and Tough sister and her blue-haired lackey. That rough and tough sister and her blue-haired lackey used to do this kind of thing all the time. The power of the Dominion stigmas. Huh? But wait.
Akashic Eye. Activate.
My demon eye. I'm a Chunibyo.
Huh? Isn't this what happens when Van becomes the Grendel? In Beast Wars, Optimus' full title is Optimus Primal. He's a direct descendant of Gen 1 Optimus Prime. So how does Descendant work in Transformers world? Did Optimus Prime, like, fuck another truck and have a baby truck? A truckling, if you would? Like, how does that work? Yeah, phase space and all. Just the colors are different.
Haven't had the chance to see it myself, but I imagine the mechanics behind it are pretty similar.
I scan the spiritual data of Dingo Brad that lies within this land's memory.
Yo, Dingo Brad? The Brad man?
Tell me, where was he on the morning of October 25th, 1208?
He can just do this? That seems wild to just have as a fucking power. That was this ever alluded to as a thing he could do ever before? Or any of the other Dominions could do ever before? Because this is a wild power. Like, to be frank, this is probably a crazier power than most of the shit we've seen Ouroboros do. Which is crazy. Did we just see into the past? I don't believe so, no. Rather, it seems to have been a memory that a higher plane carved into the land? Psychometry. I had heard such an ability existed, but... yeah, well, what I did was just the extra awesome version of it. Anyway, we know where we have to go now, shall we? Enter the underground waterway. You got it. Also, actually, let's just go talk to you. Thanks so much. Never mind, should be kidnapped. I don't know what good to have over for you. Can't thank you enough. She's like family to me now, so I'm just relieved we can get her back before the worst came to pass. Seriously, thanks. If you guys hadn't saved me, then I'd be... well, regardless, this bazaar is where I belong, so it's good to be back. And, thanks for being concerned about the old guy, too. So where'd they get him a job? Or where is he? One.
This pathway is just like the one we saw earlier.
Sure thing.
I wonder just what's waiting for us up ahead.
I don't know, a dungeon and then a fight? Door. It's a door. Twice to the right, once to the left. And it's open. Let's go. I had a pretty nice lunch today. Made some ramen. Just a small pack of, I think it's a Marchon ramen or whatever. But I got some garlic cloves, minced one, which was good.
So these are here to prevent the water level from rising too high during the rainy season,
Put a
huh?
thing of American cheese on it.
Looking a little low at the moment.
I also made some soft-boiled eggs. My egg maker. And I put that in there. I was like, damn, this is nice. This is a nice freaking bowl of 2-3 minute ramen.
Though when Arkwright came here toward the end of last year, I bet it was even lower. On the other hand, Dingo showed up right at the start of the dry season, meaning the water stores would have been much higher.
This forensic analysis of yours is great and all, but
So your objective this entire time has been to figure out what Dingo Brad was up to. Is that it?
the reporter who was caught in the explosion in Cray, and who was revived only to be exploited for another's grotesque ambitions.
Yeah.
I never got the chance to speak with him face to face, but if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that he's never coming back.
Transformers are born in a number of ways. Most reproduce asexually. Others are born through forging, and other methods exist as well. Huh. Interesting. Let me just... I'm gonna pump out a tiny transformer from my palm. There we go. Okay, you're gonna grow up big and strong one day.
Anyhow, I imagine you're only one step away from finding what you seek. Yes?
Quite the observational skills you got there. Guess I was right to bring you along. And I could say the same to Lapis, what with that superior processing power of hers, couldn't I? But I got a feeling you two still don't get where all this is headed. You sure you want to keep tagging along?
Of course we do. We're in this till the end. Don't exactly know what you're after, but if that hunky reporter's involved, that's all the more reason for us to stick around.
Got a feeling he was here looking into the Octogeneses. If we discover anything new about them, we should consider passing it along to Van and the others. Would be nice to settle our debt with them.
Yeah, about that. Might be a problem if you chat too much with them, you know? Could end with you getting snuffed out after all.
Hey! Stop bullying them, Kevin. Whether they come along or not, you don't...
No, it's fine. He's right. Even though we're both former assassins, Nadia and I took an oath to never kill again. But the idea that we'd be able to keep that oath, I knew all too well that was just our egos speaking.
S and I have talked this over time and time again. We know that an excuse like ours won't always fly. But even still, we swore that was a line we'd never cross again.
So
that
Nadia
S could live a normal life for once.
I'm surprised that them finally getting together. Because I know Nadia likes to shorten everyone's names to some kind of nickname. But I'm surprised that she didn't start calling him Swin.
Swin. Nadia.
Of course, once the timeline goes post-beast machines, they may have begun procreating as mammals do. We don't actually know because we never got followed to beast machines. Okay.
You really mean that? Even if that oath of yours is what ends up getting her killed?
I plan on holding myself to it for as long as I can. But if that were to happen, I'd simply die with her.
Damn, okay. Romeo and Juliet this bitch. I think I'm gonna go with that by Bison tech of paying off the card after every purchase. It's a good tech. It really the nice part about the way that it does it is it just keeps the stress down and low. Going, oh, how much credit card debt do I have? I have none. I have literally zero. Although I do have a pending transaction, so it will be more than zero, like tomorrow, and then I'll pay it down after that. But right now I got zero, and it's great. Yeah, got some knives, and I was like, ooh, these aren't very sharp, so I bought a couple whetstones. Because if I'm sharpening my knives, goddammit, I'm gonna do it with quality materials.
What about you? I feel like you're the type who'd take down his killer and then follow after yourself.
High roller over here. Yeah, I spent... Because I had like $45 in like just Amazon like gift cards. I was like, okay, let's get... I think I got like... Because I got 2 whetstones. It was like a package deal. It was like a 1,000 grit and a 3,000 grit one. And it like combined, it was like 99. So I only put down like 60 myself around there.
Well, yeah, but I'd prefer not having to in the first place. Oh, and if they had accomplices, I'd probably take all of them with us too.
Because I'm good at bombs.
Don't worry. We'd never let it come to that anyway. Right, Rufus?
Indeed. As their leader, that's the very least I can do.
I can at least make sure they don't die.
I appreciate that.
Well, I believe LP, but you can have 30% of my trust.
Fine, all right. Guess I did say I'd be keeping my eye on you after all. Just know that I've got one request for you, and it's from me, your ever-youthful employer.
Youthful? Please.
Please, bro, you're like 27.
Rufus is 32, right? I'm sure you're probably younger than him, but...
I'm only 28, you brats.
Oh, called it.
Guess
Called it
I
right.
am older than Arkwright, but still.
28. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts that he's younger than me.
Anyway, that oath you took, to never kill again, I don't want to see any exceptions to that rule. Which means no throwing your lives away because something happened to your better half, you hear? That goes for both of you. Basically, I'm asking you to stay true to your oath. Now then, let's get going.
Can't be having a second or third oath breaker up in here. All right, that old bro, relax. I know, but it just hurts. It makes me see. This is probably why I relate with Van a lot, because Aaron's just constantly calling him like old and shit. And he's going, "I'm not old." I'm going, "I'm not old either," and I'm older than Van.
Of course. If possible, I'd like to have this matter settled by evening.
I'll give you shard support from the back line.
From the back line, because I don't have a battle axe, and I hope that's rectified in the next game. Entering the underground waterway will advance the main story and fish quest connection events and all that other stuff disappear. I feel like I've already entered it. Or do you mean to say finishing it? We can't always be teenagers, that is true. Nor would I want to be.
So refreshing. I just plop down on the floor and goes off right here.
Sure beats being out in the heat.
Start slacking off too. Got the drop on. You want to be ready for what's waiting for us ahead.
Right behind you. Just leave it to me.
There we go.
Oh,
This pathway is just like the one we saw earlier.
I wonder just what's waiting for us up ahead.
So refreshing. I could plop down on the floor and doze off right here.
I doubt the water's that clean, but it sure beats being out in the heat.
Don't start slacking off too hard. Especially if you want to be ready for what's waiting for us ahead.
Hey, just leave it to me. I'll make this a walk in the park.
what do you do from here?
You want to see what I can really do? There you go.
Blech.
Engage at the same right swap. You have my support.
Right behind
Yeah, Lapis wouldn't be able to fight this time by studying his temporary adjustments. Nah, dude, fighting is what gets it adjusted. Yeah, you need to put your body through the paces. And that's how you get used to it.
Let's rest your soul.
That's the
This is what
paces.
the fifth can do.
Be wary of ranged attack.
No mercy.
Charge attack is available for use.
The winds are in our favor.
Okay.
Doing good.
We got this in the bag.
Give it your best shot.
Activate.
There you go.
Swim.
Let's not waste any more time.
Not the worst I've seen.
Oop.
COC activate. Here we go. Let's put a bow on this.
No. Okay. There we go. Get you two. Good.
Make it happen, Nadia.
COC activate.
Give it your best shot.
Initiating drive.
Go.
That's
I
your
think
way.
this entire game takes place over the span of 3 days instead of being paused 3 Fridays and you're covered on a small window. Yeah. I mean, some games it is wild. The ranges. Okay, so like the time spans. Like some games it feels pretty reasonable, right? Like I feel like Zero and Azure are pretty reasonable. It's like multi-month. But then you get other ones that are just like it's so much less. Oh fuck. I don't know if that locked me out of stuff or not. I hope not.
Engage at a safe distance.
No mercy.
Okay.
Charge attack is on hand.
It's our cue to shard it up.
Right.
Here we go.
The winds are in our favor.
Good.
Oh, treasure. You can take the next one too, boss.
I'm all prepped up. COC activate.
honestly, now that he has the order thing, he can do Blue Gang pretty
A
freely.
natural outcome.
Way to take command, Rufus.
Okay.
I'm curious to see what's in that chest myself.
Nice. Okay, that's probably a water drop thing. Okay.
COC activate!
So many! What a pain.
Get out of here.
We've got this in the bag. Activate it!
Nadia! Kevin!
Go.
We're doing good. Do it!
Behind
That.
you. Certain arts will be more for the accent. I believe in you, S.
You're mine.
Easy.
Racking up those macho points, am I right?
Still a ways to go.
Are further heights still in
Get all those. Oh. God damn it.
the wits of nothing?
Excuse me.
I just keep growing and growing.
Nope. So now we need to come over here.
By the light!
Drop the water level.
Be wary of ranged attacks.
No need to fight yet.
You're going. All right, let's rip.
It's available for use.
Tense. Don't jump the gun, yeah?
Activate it.
Nadia! Nadia!
Go.
Extra whip!
Allow me.
Extra whip! Counting on you, Swin.
Good chance for a shot.
Extra whip!
Ow.
You messed up. I'll get you for that.
You miss,
I
bastard.
won't let this chance slip.
Activate it.
Swin! Undone.
Keep it up, Nadia!
Ready to throw down? I follow. Your go, Rufus.
Activate it.
It's fine. Okay. Good.
A
It's not
natural
that much XP.
You can take the next one too, boss.
It's probably not worth the time and effort put in. Okay. Going this way.
Be wary of ranged attacks.
Alrighty.
Up.
Come out wherever you are.
All right, let's rip.
The wits of nothing.
Okay.
Doing good.
We've got this in the bag.
Give it your best shot.
We're doing good.
We've got this in the bag.
Here they come. Keep it low.
Okay.
Threats
All of
neutral.
them. Nice. Okay. Let's go to custom. Okay. Get that. Let's hold for his last one.
You may. Of course.
But we
You
were.
may rely on me.
What were we trying to get with him on here? I feel like I was trying to get something. Maybe I should have held it. I have no idea what I was trying to get on him. No. Oh wait, no, that's what it was. I was trying to get break on him here. Another break.
Ah,
This
that's
one.
a single element
here. You can put that there. Gets him a whole bunch of stuff. You know what? Yeah, let's give him EP Cut 1.
Let us hurry onward.
Appreciate you, Rufus.
Be wary of ranged attacks.
That's no simple job.
Beginning combat report.
Now's our chance! Activate charge!
Available for you.
The winds are in our favor.
Allow me!
There we go.
Stay on guard.
Go.
Go, Kevin!
I follow.
You want to see what I can really do?
Rosary.
There you go.
Nice.
Blech. I knew we couldn't write you off.
Okay. Do that.
Arts work best on this end.
Okay. How did I not get that one? I'm not gonna miss a chest. Pretty sure I've gotten every chest so far. I don't think I've missed any. Yeah, so how? Okay, no, that just must be a progress-based one. Okay, nope. My B. Luckily, it doesn't take too long when you're running at high speed in turbo.
Be wary of ranged attacks.
There's so many! What a pain!
I advise you.
Available for you. Activate.
There we go.
I follow.
Allow me!
Good. No problem.
Sorry, gotta rest your souls.
Wing form
This is
confirmed.
what the fifth can do.
May I advise a search?
Alrighty.
Let's do a search. Let's do a search.
I'm all over it. COC activates.
Alright! Do your best, guys!
Allow me.
There we go.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? We're gonna save that Seppa.
I knew we couldn't write you off.
Ah, there we go. Mercy. Recovery arts effect plus 70%. That's good. That's a good one. That's good for a healer. Let's do heals. No, we're just gonna do just regular items, I guess. God, I have a lot of Daybreak Panacea. I feel like that's a lot, but it's just gonna be like near end game for use case. Okay. Let's just save.
You got a hard nut to crack.
Try using arts. They should prove effective.
There's so many! What a pain!
Engage at a safe distance.
6
That's
chest
the way it goes.
plundered. Cool. I was really hoping that wouldn't proc anything. That's a lot of flooding. Yeah, I think we're fine to keep going though. Looks like the water will only come up to our ankles. That's a-okay with me. It's probably so nice and cool. And, I mean, at least it looks clean. This presence I'm sensing is a tad concerning, but I suppose we've no choice but to move forward. Yeah, should be coming up on the end soon. Yeah, my Akashic Eye. Ugh. So that can just happen even when it doesn't request it. Is that another one of those memories? Yes, it was. And it appears Dingo went in even farther. Am I just imagining things, or was there, like, no water at all? Yes, but if he truly did come here in October, the water level should have been much higher. Let's hoping we find some answers up ahead, yeah? No telling what lies in wait. All we can do is keep moving forward. Bam. Okay.
The sound of water is getting louder. We must be nearing the end.
But what awaits us at the end?
Yeah, there's
Whatever it may be, we'll come face to face soon.
Let's go, S.
Yeah, no matter what lies in wait.
no matter.
Alrighty then.
No matter
Can't we
what
hang out
lies
a little longer?
Okay. I only have 1,969 G tokens. At some point, I plan to. Maybe at the start of next chapter, I plan to go through the previous Grimgarten domains and just finish them. Like, get all the final rankings on them and see what that gets you. But, okay. Let's take a quick 3-minute break and then we'll be back for whatever boss fight this is. And we're back. So, let's get on in here with the picnicking front. Yeah, because I don't think there's anything else that I really want to do. So, I imagine this will feel like this is approximately the same amount of...
Wow.
Maybe
it's
not.
beautiful.
Trying to think if we've been going for about as long as it took in Reen's story, but I feel like this is a bit shorter. Because we still have the rest of the Sand Sea to go through, unless we come back here again with one of the different parties, which would be interesting.
This must be where they draw in water from the oasis, huh?
Van mentioned he and his group fought some big monster here during the film festival last year. It was right after that they were ambushed by the overseer of Orem.
Hi. What's up? Made sure she
Olympia.
didn't die.
I never really knew much about her, since she was from a different garden and all. But from what I've seen of her fighting style, I'm impressed they were able to make it out in one piece. And all without Van's trump card.
Because Rosette's that cool.
That was around the time Rosette transferred to Arkwright Solutions, right? Mirabelle told me she was actually pretty nervous about joining them.
She was?
Ugh, that's super adorable! It's so unfair that she gets to be both cool and cute. Granted, I guess she has helped me out a bunch in the past, but...
You sure you kids want to be leaking info about your former co-workers to us?
You can hardly call it leaking info. All relevant parties have been aware of what transpired here for months now, I'm sure. Although, I doubt much of anyone knew about Dingo's arrival thereafter. All that being said, Father Kevin, I believe it's about time you told us what your true objective here is.
Yeah.
In less than a year, Calvert has been the site of 3 monumental events.
Yeah. Which is even crazier than Erebonia, because at least that one was spread over a few.
I can't imagine what you're after has anything to do with the space program, considering we're so far from its base. So, why are you really here?
Right, because thinking about it this way, in terms of arcs and major events, right, you start with Liberal and there's the coup, right? But that's not even a real mystical event. Then the big one is the Aureole, right? The massive city in the sky. Okay, it's like, oh, that one's a strange one. And then Sky the Third happens, and that's very need-to-know basis. Not many people were all that involved in it, so it's not at large really talked about. Go to Zero, and similarly, first game is a lot less mystical in what the villains are like, and what the villains are, like the events that they happen, right? People might know it occurred, but it wasn't too crazy. Azure is where it got weird, right? With the big ass tree and shit. But everyone was so big they needed the Azure tree to get the exactly, right? And then you go to Erebonia, and first game's weird thing is the schoolhouse that really only Thors would know about, like the people at Thors. And then the start of the Civil War, the events of the Civil War, which isn't mystical in nature intrinsically, except for the curse that we know was the thing. And then the Infernal Castle, which is the big, massive, crazy, weird thing that a lot of people just thought they dreamed up, but it was the war that was really ever present. Then you get to Calisteel 3, and the Thors people know about the castle and fighting the dragon, but then the big event is the egg, right? That shows up with like the gnomes and all that, where Milliam gets got, right? And then CS4 is a lot more magic and all that other stuff with the castle in the sky. Or not magic, but tech and whatnot. Alright, and then fighting God. So, and then you add in Reverie with its own thing. And yeah, Erebonia and Crossbill together have had a lot, but it was been spread over, let's say 4 years to just be round, maybe 5. But then you get to Calvard, and it's, oh, shit's just happening in 1 year. It's wild mentally thinking, oh yeah, Daybreak 1 happened in like January, February of the 1 year. 2 games later, we're still in that same year.
Alright, I'll show you. Only makes sense to let a fellow scumbag in on the secret, right? And I guess it wouldn't hurt to show Lapis either. Figure she's too rational to have it affect her much.
Yo.
But you two are another story. Let me be clear here. Once you cross this line, there'll be no turning back. What you're about to see is going to alter your perspective on a whole slew of things.
Oh.
Not in a way that'll be easy to swallow.
Oh.
Might even affect your relationship with Arkwright. Sure you're alright with that?
Try to sway us all you want, but the decision is ours, and ours alone.
That's right. And we've decided to take the leap. And if I come to regret it in the future, I'll just get my revenge by killing you in your sleep or something. I'm sure LP will have some ideas.
I will?
What?
As your attendant, I'd be more than happy to help you brainstorm.
You guys have got some real nerve, you know that?
That's funny.
Alright then. Let's see what you're made of.
Okay.
After all, if I ever go off the deep end, I need to know you have the strength to take me down.
Huh.
LP.
Cerulean seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Kevin Graham gets his own track name.
His stigma.
The 4 of us together should be...
Oh?
May 1,000 thorns adorn your flesh with despair. Turn to ash, pillar of vanish into the darkness of purgatory.
What? Double speak? Oh? Like a double stigma?
Stigmas?
What?
And by combining them, he's multiplied their power.
What?
So this is the 1,000-Hand Guardian? No.
That can happen?
This is the Heretic Hunter. The man the Overseers were so fearful
Wait,
of.
did we know he already had 2?
I'd heard he possessed 2 stigmas, but
He is the
Yeah,
man.
I know being able to use them at the same time is kinda cheating. But given what we're gonna be up against, I figured I'd better get used to it. Anyway, it's about time I tested you kids. I'll be putting you in the ring too, former leader of the Iron Bloods. And heck, might as well see what you're all about, Lapis.
Okay.
Show me how far your determination, how far the strength of your bonds can take you.
What would happen if you use all 7?
Let's do this!
Oh, I thought there were 12
as
dominions.
the man I am now,
So aren't there 12
no
stigmas?
petty tricks or stratagems.
You're going down, super ultimate Gehenna onion!
I'm gonna roast you like a marshmallow, then eat you right up.
Can you not? I swear, you're the queen of ugly nicknames.
Interesting. See, I had thought his just S-Craft names were simply that, S-Craft names, using his stigma in different ways, not 2 separate stigmas.
Back when I'm in this stage.
Yo, he's Zocking us!
Good. Now we can prove that we're more than you took us.
Yo, he
for.
just zocked us.
Take you down with the power of love.
Fuck. Okay, he doesn't seem to have all that much health. Okay, but bro, he just zocked us. That's... I thought there was 1 for each element. Now, I think each stigma has an element associated with it, generally, but there are 12 dominions, so they must have 12. They must have 12. Oh, you guarded it. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
Here goes.
We're just gonna quick everyone, guard everyone.
COC activate.
Dude, he just double zocking? That's not allowed. He should be an S boosted state. Huh, you bitch.
What to do?
Okay. Soul Flare 150. Okay, but you're. Let's see how this goes. Okay, not bad. Burn. And you don't have any buffs, so I don't want to go too crazy with this right now. What's your thing? Actually, plus... I'll do one. Okay. Did he just be zocking all the time? Is that how they make this a boss fight? By letting him zock every time he goes around? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to Noble Axe. And then we're gonna come over here. And we're gonna do this with this. Because it's physical damage up by 50%. Oh, that didn't mark him. Or was he already marked? Oh well, it's fine. 32 to 74. My god. Fucking 42 stun.
You would challenge.
Oh god, I want to get him break 3, and if there's like a break 4 equivalent.
So be it. Let the duel.
Yeah, I feel like he would be able to do 80% stun on certain enemies just by himself. Also, really great S-Craft.
Wow, Kevin! Your spiritual energy is unlike anything I've ever seen.
And you've honed it through skill alone. There's more to you than meets the eye, it seems.
Feelings mutual. Think I'll turn things up a notch from here.
Now, I will say, him saying, oh, this is going to change your like mind on the very world you live in. He better reveal something else other than 2 stigmas, because like 2 stigmas ain't 2 stigmas is cool, not crazy enough for me to go, oh, this changes everything.
Certain arts will be more potent. Certain arts will be more potent.
Let's do that. Oh, the moves just have a chance of marking. That's what it is. There we go. Mark for 2 turns. Then we'll just do this again. And I'll stun him. We'll be doing a pretty amount of pretty good amount of damage too. 7 plus 3.
Could say the same to you.
Oh.
Never ran into you when we were with the gardens.
God damn it.
Said, we will be the ones winning here.
He already had a half health thing. Why did he get another one? It undid his stun. It's such bullshit. I hate it when games do that. I worked for that fucking stun, and you just took it from me. And that spears of and Loa.
From the abyss. Fly, holy spears of space.
Yo.
Unholy spears of time. By your opposing natures. Bring ruin to all.
Okay, is this a second S-Craft? Gee, okay, wait, no, that was all guard. See, that's why you put shield on. That is exactly why you put shield on. Because shield is really flippin' good. What's your thing? Stun extension to stun enemies, damage to stun enemies, physical crit. If only he were stunned like you should have been.
All right. I'll call it here.
Okay, what lore dumps you gonna give me, bud? What lore dumps?
Did we win?
You sure did.
The cradle by
Beat me
Star.
fair and square, too. If you guys managed to survive that, then I've got nothing else. Swin, Nadia, you kids are on a whole nother level. Who you are today, and who you want to continue being, the skills you built in your garden days, I see now that you've combined these facets of yourselves and polish them to a shine. And that includes all the stuff you've learned through meeting Rufus, Lapis, and Arkwright's crew.
Even though you haven't gotten very many new skills.
Primary member of the Ironbloods. No, Rufus. Didn't really need to gauge your skills in the first place, honestly, but been kind of curious about you for a while now.
Yeah, you used to have a lot longer hair. And you were a bit more of a douche.
Cruel to everyone, even yourself, but not completely merciless. And the one thing you seemed to desire most was to feel as if you could trust others. Probably why you were so drawn to Lapis. Or am I wrong?
I don't believe I recall ever asking the church for counseling, but I will admit you are partially correct. Much of my life has been void of connection. I yearned for recognition from the man I chose as my father, then, indirectly as it was, witnessed his end. And in spite of my attempts to do so, I was unable to either surpass him or become his equal. However, it was only upon meeting such failure that I began to realize I yearned to be someone else. Someone who could lead by example. To become such is my current goal. Although I recognize its insignificance in relation to everything else at the moment.
Rufus.
I see.
Wait,
Character
are you
growth.
being serious right now? No, surprise. This was all part of my master plan.
Well, there's still time, I suppose.
Well.
What does that mean? Ah, whatever. That's all I got on you anyway. As for you, Lapis, well, you're made of strong stuff. You're probably the last person I need to be worrying about.
I am a Rosenberg doll.
All you have to say? Everyone else got a whole character analysis.
All right. Think I'm good to show you all the truth now.
Ooh, yes. Give me the lore.
Then I'll leave it to you to decide whether you want to help me or not.
Okay.
So, how does that sound, Swin? Nadia?
I'm good with that. I get that you and yours need to proceed cautiously.
Okay, come on.
Say,
Give me something good.
I wasn't expecting we'd have to talk about all that mushy stuff first, though.
Can't argue about perfection. I mean, it's impossible. It is just what it is. She's a Rosenberg doll. She's perfect.
Don't you think it's a little unfair you know everything about us? Maybe we should go digging up all your secrets, too. Like where that edgy nickname of yours came from, or what your sickeningly sweet family life was like with Reese and you-know-who.
Ah, she was so different back then. Wait, you know who? Just how much do you even know already?
Sickeningly sweet? Why does that sound so delicious?
Oh? Can I have gummy bears covered in other the sugary sweets? Sickeningly sweet?
Cerulean seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Okay. You're gonna show us some memory thing.
This Akashic eye of yours. I've been told you borrowed it.
Wait, you can borrow an eye?
That's right. Though, I can't tell you from who. Sorry.
Wait, what?
This sensation is so familiar.
How does that work? You borrowed it. Wait, so is it just like a metaphysical power that they have to like pass around? Because it's... What the what?
Given the timing, would that put it at about when the incident with the Crimson Grendel was happening?
Could also be connected to whoever opened that portal in front of Treon Tower.
Wow.
Akashic eye. Activate.
Okay. Anytime I hear Akashic, all I can think of is Devil Survivor 2.
Scan the underground waterway for traces of Dingo Brad's spiritual data.
Dingo.
Just what was he doing here? And who was it that he came here to meet?
Who? Oh. I'm just gonna high speed mode throw all that back. Okay, monster.
Burn in hell, asshole.
Okay.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, That was hard, but we did it.
And then we get attacked by Orem. And Rosette comes and saves us.
What's that? An angel?
Get down!
Hey guys, remember Daybreak 1? It was sick. Oh no, the Genesis.
This is...
October of last year, when Van and the others came to Tharbad.
Got that right. Probably drew this memory because you guys are here. Give us a look at what happened after this. There we go. That's it.
I be saying it. Can you be a little bit more specific?
Pull yourself together!
I mean after.
We're right here with you. Please, try and stay calm.
No. No, I'm too edgy. Yeah.
I made it in time.
Yeah. It's Rosette. Dude, anytime I see platforms and stuff like this, it just reminds me of how sick the fucking, like, how good early Naruto was with the Haku and Zabuza fight on the bridge and shit. It's like the ice mirror, like, stuff. October 25th, 12:08, 10:43 a.m. Kerchak. Reporter and informant, Dingo Brad.
Glad there aren't many monsters around. Heard there were more than a few of them. Back when Van came through the place.
Okay. Seems to be a good amount of
So
water.
the rumors were true. They really do raise the water levels during the dry season. But how am I supposed to get past? Guess I could always jump in and swim across. Dingo speaking. I'm almost at the designated meeting point. But I think I'm gonna be swimming the rest of the... Huh? Alright. I'll give it a try.
Okay, what's going on here? Oh.
Looks different, but it's definitely one of them. Guess I press here?
He had a Genesis at some point?
What just... Huh?
And it phased him to a time where there was no
How did all
water
that water
there?
just disappear? It's completely dry.
What the fuck?
What the hell is going on?
And we didn't... There was no Genesis with, like, that kind of power
Exactly.
that we saw.
All of the water just vanished from the waterway.
And his phone
Is
works?
that so? Then it would seem that it's functioning properly. The change isn't permanent, however. Please be sure to keep the device active.
That's Professor Hamilton.
I'll be waiting for you further in.
Understood. I'll head there immediately.
Okay, so Dingo's meeting Professor Hamilton, and he was sent to Genesis to use to do so? But is he using one of the Arc Genesis or some other Genesis? Like, out of the... Because we didn't know of any of them that had that power to, like, phase space to a previous time like this.
That thing's barely holding together. Looks like it fell apart years ago.
That's because it did. This place has been dry for about 20 years now.
20 years, huh?
Wait.
Sorry. Should I not be taking pictures?
There's no need to worry, though it may affect the principle of causality.
Okay. Bringing in
I
causality.
suppose, however, there's a 50-50 chance anything will show up in those photos at all. Just like the proverbial cat in the box.
You mean...
I see you're a sharp one, aren't you? You've
Schrodinger
already
exists in this
begun
world.
piecing things together. Particularly in regard to how that friend of yours fits into all this. as well as the significance of those relics his assistant is currently searching the country for.
Saw right through me. So, have you already spoken to them?
I've yet to even meet them, though I do look forward to having the chance.
Huh.
I'm worried how involved they and you are with Almata, though.
And you.
That group is dangerous.
Specifically
and not only
pointing him
because they're
out.
getting close to an ontological truth.
Ontological, what does that mean?
Well, you're not wrong about that.
You're a handful, I swear.
Oh, 100%. Mother,
Just
son, or
know this. You should
grandmother,
refrain
grandson.
from placing too much trust in me, Dingo. After all, the way things are now is all due to the unforgivable deception I performed.
Deception.
I replaced what should have been with an observational outcome of my own.
Oh. So use the Genesis to force water to exist?
Can't
When it
say
should
what
have
your
gone
intent
dry?
is, but what I do know is that you've been good to me for years. I mean, if it wasn't helping me evade Almata, you were teaching me to navigate the orbital net. And I know you've been anticipating the coming of 1209 more than anyone else. Seriously, if you ever need help, Professor, know that I've got your back.
Okay, so maybe they aren't related?
Investigation, disruption, intel manipulation. Whatever you need, I'll do it. After all, anything that I do to help you should help Van and the others as well. Right?
Dingo.
Anyway, you still where I think you are, Professor? I'll head over now.
Thank you. And by the way, I'd like to return to Basel within the day, if I can. I'll open the path once I know you're near.
The path. Okay.
So, it produces a shift in reality by resonating with the main unit. At this point, I'm not sure I understand even half of this. Things in Basel seem to be reaching a turning point, though. Time I put some work in behind the scenes. Which reminds me, I also need to put together all of my notes on Almata.
So, still need to figure out what that Genesis... So it says it was with the main unit.
Hold on a
So
sec.
they made a sub-Genesis that is able to use a primary Genesis for, like, supply of power. But we've never seen anyone with, like, that kind of power, so it must be doing something very specific. Hamilton basically admitted to going, there was no other way to make sure that this place wouldn't run out of water, so we used an Arc Genesis to overwrite the world or this area with an outcome that we wanted to keep it all watered up. Right? Because irrigation, while important, wouldn't necessarily be capable of overcorrecting the problem. Going from we have no water to we have an overabundance of it would be patently crazy in most scenarios, but we are in Trails world where tech is bonkers anyway. But this is basically them saying, okay, that one was even crazy in this world standards. And we know Dingo knows Professor Hamilton, but it doesn't seem like they're related given the way that Dingo is kind of talking. Right? They have a close relationship, but it doesn't seem familial. So maybe they're from the same area, possibly, or same region, maybe, is what I'm thinking. Because appearance-wise, they look similar in terms of hair color, skin color. And while we're in an anime world, that doesn't necessarily mean much. They do try to do that kind of thing with certain characters, going, oh, if they have the specific, like, black hair and whatnot, they'll be like, oh, they're from the east, or from, like, the eastern quarter of Calvard, or the Far East. Like, you'll get the they say blonde is like very much like Erebonian, lighter colored, or up further north, right? And the more like Middle Eastern appearance, like silver hair, gray hair, darker skin, right? They say is from like the Middle East, El Saim area and surrounding ones. So, given that they look that similar, they're probably from the same region, and she may be similar to like Yang and Esmeralda and I was gonna say Elliot, but that's not his name. Quatra. Maybe had him under her wing for some amount of time.
Why was QT's grandma? Do Van and Aggie know about this?
Not sure I was able to follow all that, but we just saw something really crazy, didn't we?
Yes, I heard him mention something about a shift in reality at the end there, too. I guess that would make sense, considering the waterway changed in a literal instant, I mean. That grate over there was completely destroyed, too.
This certainly has the air of something the Septian Church would need to handle. Well then, it would appear that you finally have your target. Don't you?
Oh.
Yeah, though nothing's for sure. Well, not yet at least.
Is Kevin declaring
Seeing as a
Professor
certain
Hamilton?
saint of ours has been given full authority by Her Holiness, her requests are absolute. I've got no choice now but to take up the title I once relinquished. The title of Heretic Hunter. And the duty that comes with it.
Are we going after Professor Hamilton, this sweet old lady? Oh God. We gotta hit out on one of the three disciples? That's wild. Now the question is, why though? What did she do that was really so bad, right? We know that she basically solved because right, the heretic hunter is usually supposed to go after like the big sinners, right? What did Professor Hamilton do that was worthy of that, right?
Thanks. Don't mind if I
Revelation, cool.
Top-notch work.
Probably
An accolade I'll receive with grace.
I'll take that. That's good. Yeah, because that seems almost a bit extra for that, right? Professor Hamilton did something to phase change reality to make sure Tharbad had water, right? That's like, yeah, probably shouldn't be phase changing the world like that for whatever reason. The church would hopefully know more, and presumably Ouroboros / specifically the Grand Master would know more. But it's not like it was doing it to like kill a whole bunch of people. Remember Ix last chapter? Yeah, because Ix was. Yeah, Ix said he was basically playing his own game. Right? He wasn't. And he teleported in a way they even mentioned that no one else knew how he teleported because he just went away. So he phase changed. That was the, because didn't he have he had a Genesis, right? So it must have been that Genesis. Okay. And the end of that was the furthest into the day of all three paths. But unlike Reen's path, nothing monumental really happened relating to the other paths at the end of his, so it's not that big a deal. Whereas this one, that last question mark is going to be Shizuna, fucking calling it now. At the end, we're going to do some fight or whatever, and then it's going to cutscene and go, oh, this is my ride, and she goes up onto the airship and then goes over to Basel. But okay. That is intriguing. Yeah, so and the interesting thing is, right, we're obviously dealing with the big thing that's been going on with the Calvard one is we're dealing with chunks or whatever of the time not Septentrion. This thing of Devil Survivor 2 again. Septarian. There we go. Septarian. Dealing with the time Septarian. But specifically, it's interesting because she mentioned, oh, we're using the Genesis or whatever to phase change. But we were using the Ocgenesis, which I'm assuming, is directly tied or is the time Septarian. And said, we altered principles of causality. She used that. Which was specifically the Mirage / Zero Septentrion's thing, causality. Right? That's what Mirage was deemed as, like, its thing, causality. Which makes me wonder if the time Septentrion's power is not specifically only time, or if that causality, like maybe Mirage's thing is being able to just straight up mess with causality with no reference to time, whereas time is able to do specifically time which affects causality. That makes sense, right? Butterfly effect versus original Mirage Septentrion was just able to undo its own making, but that didn't remove its effects on the world, and the alchemist line knew that it existed and remembered that it existed and that was their responsibility and wanted it back, right? We got some interesting things going on. Van Route 1, the Fool's Auction. So are we dealing with Campanella here? July 10th, 8:45 a.m.
Setting aside the fact that you were getting all cozy with that shadow girl without telling us.
Hey, shush.
No, let's not set that aside. You really should have called us in as backup, Van.
No, we're not putting that aside.
Sure, you had Ren with you.
Well, only for the last bit.
But if Risha was there, why didn't you at least call me in too?
Because her knockers were good enough.
Yeesh, give me a break already. This was all just something that popped up out of nowhere during my nightly rounds. I could tell there was something going on with that girl, but I had no idea it was gonna turn out like that.
Poor Yorda, though. To think her brother ran off and left her like that.
Poor Yorda. You do remember just who we're talking about, don't you?
Her brother was the worst of the two by far. Honestly, I still don't think I have it in me to forgive him for what he did.
Yeah, because he just freaking murked a guy.
Those two went as far as attempting to set off a nuclear weapon on Nemeth Island.
Yeah, that too.
They may have even succeeded at one point, in a manner of speaking.
Yeah, if you don't do the fight against them well enough, they do that.
I still have my reservations about the sister. But given what you experienced last night, it would seem the brother is now the greater threat.
So you think he may have been behind that cult ceremony then, I take it?
Sure do.
Man. They still should have the sword. Didn't the church take the sword?
Doubt,
Or
I've
no,
had a
wait,
lot
no.
of similarities
Ix
to the
and
ones
Yorda
the
have the
DG
sword.
cult held.
Because only the royal family, which they are part of because they're related to Dante's, would have it. So, yeah, presumably, I imagine Ouroboros has it, not one of the two. Like, Ouroboros is probably holding on to that one, going like, nope, you don't get this sword. You're not cool enough to use this sword, neither, nor do either of you use swords. You're not Luva.
But the most significant difference is that
Probably
there
Hero
didn't
Strauss,
seem
please.
to be any focus
Could
on
be.
denying the goddess.
Katra, Ren,
Can't be 100% sure just yet, but if you ask me, I'm thinking it's not connected. Just didn't smell the same.
Yeah, because DG. Anytime you think of cults, immediately goes to DG. Demiurgus, therefore
In the time I had to
Gnosis.
spend around them, I found DG members always had this weird sort of rancid stink to them. Like something deep inside was slowly devouring their soul. It was a thick, sour stench.
True. Yes. It was as though all the darkest parts of their hearts were condensed, boiled down to a thick sludge.
That sounds like the exact same aura I sensed when we were at Nemeth Island.
Well, each of their lodges were quite different. They all did have that same sort of pallor hanging over them. And you say you didn't get that same feeling at all last night?
Right. It was almost like they were just putting on a stage play. Hollow imitation of the real thing, without any of the underlying darkness.
I mean, they're all brainwashed to be doing it anyway.
A hollow imitation.
They didn't want to be. A lot of them didn't want to be doing it, probably.
Well, given your nose, I'm sure you're pretty much right on the money. But while we're talking about knockoffs, you mentioned that Ix kid had a familiar-looking device on him, right?
Yup, there it is.
Yes. He was in stealth mode, so it was hard to see it clearly, but from what we could see, it certainly had a strong resemblance.
The frame was a lot less fancy than that one, at least.
Even so, he was able to use it to perform some sort of transposition, along with that invisible creature he had with him.
No matter how you look at this, the situation's headed for the shitter.
Yeah. I'm really glad that I did Kevin's before doing this one.
You said a lot of the people who went missing were Easterners, right? No way Heyer is gonna sit on their asses after that.
And the whole time, Mr. Kincaid, at the CID, knew something was going on, but turned a blind eye to it. Whether you look at it from a counterterrorism perspective or as an intelligence agency, there's no reason for them to do nothing.
You're right. It doesn't matter how close to completion the space program is. In fact, something like this could even jeopardize it, so why?
Nah, that ain't it. Way that guy was acting, it was like he was absolutely sure this wouldn't affect anything about the space program. Seems like your people are bent on overlooking cases like this one till then. The hell is the CID? No. What are you and the President even thinking?
That information is classified. I'm not at liberty to speak on that point, I'm afraid. Surely you, of all people, can understand that. Van Arkwright of Arkwright Solutions.
Very specifically doing a full name and company association there, which in and of itself is odd. You're right. Mr. Kincaid is the type of person who wouldn't make a decision without all the facts. And my President Grahamhart is exactly the same. Damn it, I hate to say it, but in a weird, twisted way, that means we can trust those guys. We've probably even added what we, the Guild, and even Hayway are going to do into all their little calculations. Speaking of, it was the Guild, the police, and Hayway that handled the aftermath of those people last night, correct? Yeah, I only dealt with Jeffrey myself. Dragged him back to his home after the dust settled. He woke up briefly at one point. But I don't get it. I don't get why. I don't know why I was there. It's like I was tripping out, feeling good, and all that stuff just kind of came out of my mouth. I remember you yelling at me, though. I didn't get the sense he was lying. Maybe he really did forget everything that happened, including all the crap he blurted out during his little cult ceremony.
The world is enslaved by a pathological disease. The white population is infested with anti-immigration sentiment, while Easterners are immured by tradition. Mankind is powerless before their own inhibitions, snared in the sin shackled to them from birth. But don't lose heart, for salvation yet awaits humanity. This false night we call our lives shall be exposed, and a new dawn will rise to guide us.
I sense there is much hidden in those words. You're right, however, that they are markedly different from the DG cult's rhetoric. Still, his talk of a new dawn gives me pause. What do you think he meant by that? It does seem like the kind of speech you might use to start a revolution. But it's his use of sin that stands out most to me. Right, it's the same word Dingo used as the 8th Genesis Observer.
Karma is humanity's sin. In fact, it's the original sin.
That word gets tossed around a lot. Could be a total coincidence for all we know. It really could be. But the fact that this Jeffrey guy forgot all this stuff he was apparently so fired up about is the weirdest thing here to me. Yeah, that is strange. My first two guesses would be that's the effect of some drug or perhaps some kind of hypnosis. You said all the other members experienced the same memory loss, right, man? Right. Elaine, Zen, and Inspector DeSwanee dealt with the aftermath once we'd finished. I talked a bit with them about how Jeffrey's crowd was holding up. And from what they told me, so far each and every one has woken up with fuzzy memories. Quite a number of them are still out cold, though. Police in the guild will be busy today trying to figure out who they all are. I imagine they've got their hands full with that. From the sound of it, there were a ton of people there. So that's why Elaine wasn't able to come today? Guess so. We're supposed to meet up around noon to swap info again, though. All that aside, it's looking like we're going to have to really kick it into gear for the next while. I take it that means we'll be spending today going through each district and clearing out 4 SPGs? That's the plan. Since the whole incident is still fresh, I'm sure we're bound to pick up on something. Want to have some of us hang back and be on call. You can spend that time gathering info. And just so we can respond to any emergencies that pop up, I want everyone to give their weapons and gear a thorough check. Roger. We can't forget that that sniper boy is out there somewhere.
Not only him. There's that unseen monster he had in tow. Not to mention the bizarre transformation that happened to that Jeffrey boy. We must be prepared for a myriad of threats.
Oh, but Ren... Yes, I have a remote meeting with the tech union today, so I won't be available during the afternoon. I will be able to find time to accompany you on that garden business, though. It seems to have some relevance to me after all. Yeah, seems like your old co-workers are wrecking the place. It's fine. Don't worry about the 4 SPGs. Meeting with the tech union is just as important. Alrighty then. Whether our side ain't great, let's divvy up the tasks and get out there before it gets any worse.
Hold on a sec. Before you do that, how about adding me back to the part-timer list?
Hell yeah, wasn't expecting you this early. What's up, girl? What's up? Vice Commander Vikaruga, Shizuna Remi Tsurugi.
Hi, there's an unexpected guest.
Yo, what's up?
Well, look who decided to show up again out of the blue.
Hey there, everyone. Been a while since I saw you all.
Cake thief, yeah.
I think it was back when I swung by with that Under Lucia cake or whatever it was called.
You don't even respect the cake name.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah.
After brazenly stealing their limited time seasonal special off my desk, you tried to pawn something off their standard menu on me.
Isn't her being upside down, isn't it in the end credits of Daybreak 2? Like, it's just one of, the pictures.
That special ended right after. I never ended up getting a chance to try it.
Man's exuding such sorrow. I can feel it from all the way over here.
Aww.
You're getting weepy over a pastry. Cut it out, you freak.
Fine, fine. It won't make up for it, but I'll work for free this time around, okay? I've been real busy for a while now. But I hear things have started to get pretty wild for you guys.
And I'm interested because that means fighting.
Wow, well, you sure wasted no time getting yourself up to speed. Did Kincaid tell you that or something?
I was under the impression that Ikaruga, like Marduk, was in the middle of carrying out orders from the presidential office.
Well, I won't deny that we are. Oh, but it's not like they told us all that much about their plan. They're being really tight-lipped about everything. I doubt either of our groups can even see half of the big picture. We're all pretty much just dancing in the president's and CID's palms at this point.
Sure seems like it.
Now that you mention it, I suppose I did get that impression.
Anyway, Ikaruga's part to play happens closer to the big climax of all of this, so I was able to take some time off this morning. When I heard about what all went down last night, thought I'd see if you wanted my help. With little Miss Kitty and Beauty's blade tied up with work, I'm sure you could use an extra hand here, right?
So, you were listening in on us. Though, given your intuition, I suppose you could have just as easily figured it out.
You can also read people's minds, if we want to remember that, so... When does she throw hands with Reen like in the opening? Whoa, bro. I haven't watched the opening, although I've seen that section of the opening from way back when the game came out in Japan, so... I don't know. But my hope is that it actually ends with a winner. Like, I don't want their fight to be one where it's just one of those flaccid draws. So you guys say that's voice because it's literally the opening. I haven't watched the full opening though, because the opening will spoil shit. And like I have no problem doing that for whatever reason. So I haven't watched it, but I know that happens. But also, Yun Ka-Fai is literally like, "Yo, Rain, you're out to do the whole fight thing," and everyone's going, "Yo, Rain, what about that Shizuna girl?" And he's like, "Oh my god, there she is up on that fucking plane." And the good things gotta come together. So of course they're gonna fucking fight. But I really hope that there's a fucking winner. I don't want it to be a flaccid nothing like draw. Because like those are the worst. It already sucks when it happens when you're fighting a villain and it's like, aha, we won, we beat you in the battle, but it's like, oh my god, we're huffing and puffing in the cutscene. It's like, oh, you pushed me to my limits. Let me just push my glasses up and teleport away. Because you're fucking incapable of incapacitating any of your enemies to the point that you could stop them, apparently. Toa smacks both of them. Will be really funny. Gotta be a nothing burger even if Reen wins. I hope Shizuna just stomps him. Because she's with Cha, and then right as she releases her Ray Hatsuzo will jump in and be like, not so fast. Oh god, I feel like my ideal would be like, because obviously Yun Ka-Fai sent that letter to Ringo and like, oh, we have to, like, you're gonna have to perfect the 8 leaves, 1 blade kind of style, and to do that you need to fight against Shizuna, and you either will both grow or one of you. But I really hope an aspect of it is just as they're sword fighting, Shizuna just punches him. Right, like that's some of my favorite shit in any kind of fight, where it's like both using weapons, and then just fucking sock them. It's like, oh, you expected me to slash you? No, I'm just gonna whack you while we're up close, or kick you, right? Like the mixed fighting styles of I'm not just only going to use my weapon, my body is the weapon. I love that. That won't be necessary. Why can't Reen punch her instead, sexist much? Because Reen wouldn't. Reen wouldn't think to punch. Reen has to be disarmed and go, oh, I must use the 8 leaves, 1 blade, no sword style in my mech. And that's like the only time I think we ever really see him use it, is in a mech. Because his default is get sword, use sword. That's where Shizuna could be like, nah, dude, I'm not gonna kick you. Presumably can. Yes, I know he can use it with. He presumably can use it without the mech. But I do find it very funny that he's never in a situation where he has to use it outside of a fucking massive robot who's. Like, frankly, those robots shouldn't need to be separately equipped. They should have something in like their fucking forearm that just comes out. Yeah, ours has a sword arm. Exactly, right? Which is why I'm thinking that if of the 8 leaves, 1 blade users to throw hands in the middle of a sword fight, Shizuna's probably top, followed by like Cassius. And then after that, it gets a little bit tougher to really judge. Because then you're looking at, like, not necessarily combat IQ, but who's willing to do that? And I'm going, like, it's either Annalise or Richard, approximately equivalently for different reasons. Because Richard would probably do it because he's, like, combat smart like that. He's like, oh, okay, I gotta do this, and this is just gonna increase chance of victory. Punch. But Annalise might just do that because, fuck it, we ball. Like, pure instinct. Oh, God. Just throw. Which I don't know, which I like more. I think they're both funny. Reed summons the 0th night and goes ham. Yeah, she breaks his sword again and he starts throwing hands. So, honestly, if she broke his sword again, it'd be fucking great. Like, I can't tell you how much I would love it if they got into the fight, and she's just going, oh, I was expecting you to have, like, grown. And then just cuts his sword again. Like, you haven't gotten at all stronger since I disrespected you in that forest. Like, what the fuck, bro? I would love it. Just got my way shit. All students in the 8th forces need to be able to defend themselves in the event that they're unarmed. Was it confirmed that they all learned it? And also, we know Richard wasn't under Yunka Phi, so we're relying on Cassius having taught him to throw hands when no sword. He never lost a salty run back, just saying, that's because they like Reen too much. They like Reen too much. We need to get more Salt. We need him to lose again. We need to get him in his turfing and have him still lose to Shizuna.
Well, someone as strong as you would definitely be a big help.
What do you think, Van?
It's fine. Shouldn't cause any problems if you're just tagging along this morning.
I think it'd be more unrealistic if Reen could beat Shizuna. Honestly, because we've seen what she's fucking capable of doing. She's able to near instantaneously figure out, oh, that's how you use that? Done. I can do that, right? Because that is a different level than the concept that they've being given with like the unclouded eye and like what Cassius and Reen can do, where it's kind of like the general understanding of like things happening, right? Where Cassius kind of describes it as, oh, because I've attained such mastery of 8 Leaves of One Blade, I can just kind of pick up almost any weapon and be pretty fucking capable with it. And then become a master with it with training with it, right? Shizuna's able to just do that with fucking power-ups. Like, that's not anything he said you could do with the unclouded eye. Like, she was able to just mimic Reen's fucking boost ability. Like, what happens if Shizuna sees Kevin use a stigma? Can she just fake a stigma? Like, I want it. I want, there are so many things I want Shizuna to see. I didn't see Reen do any of that shit. My homie was brewing for 4 games before he mastered, but he was still able to use it, but he didn't master it. Fucking Lloyd held off Demon and Burn power scaling has always been wonky shit. Yeah, but I mean, like, Lloyd's different. Lloyd's built different, bro. If he sees any barrier, he's gonna get over that. He's just built different. He's got that dog in him. He's Lloyd. No, it would not make sense. She's actually a bit older than Reen. She also doesn't use the A-Leaf, she uses the Black Hawk, which is like a derivative style of it. They're both trained by Yunka Phi. I don't imagine that Yunka Phi would teach her something that was extremely different from it. Like, it's one tap by Robo Rufus, come on. He didn't get one tap by, but, you know. He wasn't expecting, he wasn't ready. The dog wasn't riled up. It's okay, just like Reen.
And honestly, there's just too much weirdness going on right now. I could use some help from that unclouded eye of yours.
Lloyd always has an entourage with him to jump someone 100v1.
Understood. Just leave it to me. Sorry to have derailed things, but now that that's all settled, how about we get out there and tackle those 4 SPGs? Gotta get all warmed up for this afternoon and evening. I want to make sure my senses are clear and sharp.
Okay. So she's already saying afternoon and evening is when I'm doing it, so I'm willing to bet next chapter, Act 2, Reen, when she's over in Basel, it starts. Like, that chapter starts not with the next day, but, like, that evening, maybe? Hey, Bison, just got over some more Horizons. That was getting interesting where I'm at. How'd you like the Kevin fight? It was interesting. I didn't realize he had 2 stigmas. I thought the names of, like, and Loa were just S-Craft names. Like, I thought they was just the same stigma, but different. Right, like, because we knew that when when Kevin awoke his stigma initially, he fucking murked Rufia, and he was going out of control. And I was like, oh, that's one of your stigma. Like, that is your stigma, and you just can't control it. Great. Not that he had 2. Which then decreases the number of dominions. So there aren't 12 dominions. There can only be 11. Because there's only 12 stigma. Unless there are 13 stigma, or unless the number of stigma is irrelevant to the number of dominion. right? Because doesn't that break... Wait. It's only ever been confirmed the number of Dominion, correct? Right, there's 12 Dominions, and it's just always been, if you have a stigma, then you are made a Dominion. Right? I thought so too, but I guess you got two. Yeah. If you have a stigma, you're made into a Dominion, kind of like Gaius, where he wasn't really a church guy, but they're like, hey, you got that thing, so now you're a church guy. Welcome. But, if we are just operating under the assumption, under the idea that you get a stigma and become a Dominion, but there are only ever 12 Dominions because they only know about 12 stigmas. But Kevin has 2 stigmas, presumably known to the church. That means that there might be 13 stigmas. However, that might also open the door that there are more than 13 stigmas, which could also mean that there are secret stigma users that are not part of the church if they are not found by the church after their stigma is awoken, which means we have a potential to fight people with stigmas in Ouroboros, because there is nothing saying that someone in Ouroboros could not have awoken a stigma after joining, or even they awoke it and then Ouroboros got to them before the church. My mind is expanding. So that Kevin's stigma are 2 of the same. The second stigma is the manifestation of Anima Mundi from Sky Third. Possible. It's possible. It's possible. His stigma was just different sizes, but at least it's different there. But he specifically said 2 stigmas. I have 2 stigmas. Where it might be 2 different sides of the same one because they did like perfectly match in terms of shape and all that to make like the full sigil and stuff. But maybe. I'm not writing off my possible theories yet. Black Eye was the original stock. If I used the Black Eye as the foundation, we developed 8 leaves. Black Eye was the original stock. Probably designed to kill. Hey, there's a found means to reach power level compared to the Black Eye with it.
Hold up. What's going on in the afternoon and evening?
Great question, Aaron.
From the sound of it, you have something important scheduled?
Yep. First up is our super critical mission for the space program.
No, nuh-uh. Shut your mouth right now. Don't want to hear any of that.
Stop telling us important shit.
If it ain't got anything to do with us, you just keep it to yourself. You hear me?
We don't want the government breathing down our necks.
Yeah, I guess neither one is related to you. Directly, anyway. I did hear that you met him at Marduk, though.
Him.
And I feel like the 2 of you will have some connection in the future.
Shut it! I don't want to hear easily guessable hints coming out of you either.
Shut it! I don't want you implying Reen. Stigma nuts. With things settled, Ren left the office, and after splitting up the test, Van and crew began their work for the day. Shizen has temporarily joined the party. Furthermore, Shizen could trigger an awakening on the field, because of course she can. If she couldn't, that would be ridiculous. Oh, okay. So now we have access to all the teams, because now we're going to be able to use everyone in the whatchamacallit, the thing, in the Grimgarden. Absolutely. Okay, you get out of there. God, it's really between. I mean, like, this is just the older woman party. Let's go. Guys, the stigma didn't actually belong to him. Burgard gave it to Gaius when the former died. So yes, that was known, which is why Gaius got the stigma, but then immediately was like, "You, church, go to church, Gaius." Don't know how much you've gone to church in your entire life, but congrats, you're now a church man. Vicky, V-I-C-K-Y, the sound of her name makes the little kids cry. Ah! Hey Vicky, you're oh so sicky. Just the thought of being around you makes me oh so sicky. Hey Vicky, oh, I can't change her equipment. Makes me oh so. Oh wow, she has a 48% crit chance, just base. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. She's no Ren Mitsurugi, just built different, bro. Just absolutely built different. Fantastic. Also, her sword is really long, right? Like, Reen's sword isn't that long. She's using like a fucking Odachi. She's not using like a katana. That is a really long sword. A chick who's just plain mean. Sour, sweet 16. Just the thought of being around you makes me... Wait, no. Oh, God, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I buffed it. Okay. Well. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be.
The forecast
Do you
said it
have
was
the
going
bunny
to
girl
rain.
outfit? No, I do
don't
not
see
have the
umbrella
DLC
on her,
costumes.
Shizuna.
That's true.
Although she would be
Her
good in it.
clothes weren't even wet when
We
she
have,
came to the office, though.
Candy? It was only a little drizzle. I just dodged it all. No problem.
I'm not even going to ask.
I just dodged the rain. You know, all casual like. As you do.
Pick something already. He's seen you. Pick something already.
Don't see Reen just dodging the rain. Okay. Yo, what's up, Lindsay? Ooh, welcome! Wait, are you Lindsay from the Blacklight District? What brings you topside? Happen to do with that social reintegration thing you mentioned? That's right, I'm being tested to see how well I can manage in public. The Kingpin told me to behave myself and look after a shop for a while, so here I am. Pretty simple as far as training goes. Right? Even I wouldn't up and stab someone I'm meeting for the first time. So, it'd be nice if my trusty boyfriend could stop by if the urge gets too strong. Hopeful glance. Not a chance. Every part of that sentence. Chick magnets have it so hard. Unironically in this case. Man's life is in danger. Verbal warning before the act is committed would be most preferable. Is this really the wisest course of action? Not sure about how long Itachi is compared to Adachi, but Adachi is supposed to be so long that it takes 2 people to unsheath or something like that. She may just be small. That is also true. She's not the tallest individual. She is like a few inches shorter than Van. Odachi, if I remember right, is specifically meant to be like a horseback weapon as well. Shop at Lindsay's. Oh, 2 separate things.
Please stop by again sometime.
They're not meant to be the same kind of use weapon, if that makes sense.
Good stuff.
There we go. Kevin saying has 2 sides: light, space, and dark time. Times for dark in this franchise. That was established Sky Third. Further reinforcing copper and vein transforms and grow. Yeah. But he says it's 2, not just 1 with 2 phases. He specifically calls it 2, which makes me wonder if other.
I feel better than ever after
Like
that.
if other
You look nice and refreshed.
people can have 2. Because also it's basically stated that there's a set number of stigmas active at any one time. Like there is a number as far as I was able to like understand conceptually. It means if Kevin goes down, does his stigma get split between 2 people? Or is he just, or is it 1? Vicky suggests that she uses Odachi though, so it's possible that is an Odachi after all. Fuck yeah, look at me. Look at me. Witness me in my potential. Okay, well, we're going to do this one. But Yamazakura-ko. Okay, unexpected hobby. Now, I imagine doing any of these things with Bermati is purely for the sake of, like, stat bonuses to Van. But, like, why the fuck would I do that when I could boost anyone else? Got a message from some woman who wants to come and say hi. Apparently she's from the same village as she is and came all the way to the capital here. I couldn't help but feel like this is going to be trouble. Okay. That'll be interesting. Okay. Also, let's come out over here. Grim Garden. So, is Shizna in the Grim Garden with us? Party lineup? No. Damn it. I was hoping. I was really hoping. Oh, well. Okay. Conquer the dungeon. Oh, and he doesn't have access. They don't have access to the next chunk. Because that's, yeah, they're doing, yeah, we don't have, go ahead, have a great day tomorrow, Bison. Thank you very much. I'm also going to call it here because I've been going for a good 3.5, almost 4 hours. So, and I'm getting a bit tired. So with that, thank you very much, everyone. This was a pretty darn good stream. We finished the Kevin route, nicely enough. Also, look at this. Shizuna's there, and Van doesn't want to have to deal with any of it. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to Wednesday when we get to go even further into this. But yeah, I hope you all have a very nice night. Thank you, Wolf Slash and Keeve and Ninja and Sleeper. Senior Good Times, thank you very much for dropping by again. It was much appreciated. And everyone else who dropped by and lurked and talked and whatnot. I hope to see you on Wednesday when I play some more. Have a nice night. Bye.